Circumstances navigate the path, and life happened all so fast. No, we got lonely sometimes. You see, I know we couldn't make it. Even when I'm offbeat, I still land on my feet, and nothing can shake me, cause I know life took a hold of me. I never. This is where I am destined to be. I'm not ready to give up. No. I believe in the miracle of life. Life's a play with no rehearsal. Learn quickly, they'll come for your role. Games get played, can't take it personal, cause the devil is a liar. I'm telling you the truth, it's all in what you do, some things you gotta do, It's fight for millions, take a second, see the blessing in it. With much expected, much is given. Wanna make the living, now I'm giving back to children. Never let the power come first before your happiness, yes. You can be the best if you go the distance. Mix a little sweat with your persistence. You know that the best things are never instant. Just shine up, let them see your brilliance. Get up, open up your eyes now. It's the moment of truth. No backing down. We're bringing it to life. Oh, for the children, it's a given. You gotta give it, be a blessing.
This my personal statement. Run the game like I'm aces. Learn to develop patience, determined to be the greatest. Yeah, bobbing and weaving, they changing up like the seasons. Indigenous to the grind, so I do it for all my people. Jabbing the competition, back up against the ropes. You fighting for recognition, I'm fighting just to promote equality where we lack it. While cancer slowing our road, I'm confident we'll make it. We focus on common goals. Yeah,
give back, give love, give something away. Never give up, stand tall to fight another day. 2 toes, 2 feet, I stand on the ground. I'm gonna wrestle and fight this final round. Life's a play for no rehearsal. Learn quickly, they'll come for your goal. Games get played, can't take it personal, cause the
devil is a lie. I'm telling you the truth, it's all in what you do, some things you gotta do, Bounce with me one time. Ooh. Love is the word, DB. We back, baby. Hey, we going for a 3-peat, man. What's this, day 3? What's up, JP? But we gonna call him JQ, man. What's up, man? Big Lloyd in the house. What's up, KJ? No more. What's up, Phil 508, man? I'm gonna knock him out. Hey, Young World, man. What's up? What's up, Terrence Bailey? Nassim the Dream, TBA. Everybody in the building, man. We here, we early, and we often, man. We got LAKs coming in, man. What's up, Boxing Social Network, man? I appreciate y'all, man. Thank you. I know we're a little bit early, but I said, why not? You know what I mean? Why not? Why not? If I can get this damn... I'm going to get me a new mic stand. Trust me, one day. Soon and very soon, we are going to get a mic stand. Soon and very soon, we are gonna get a mic stand. Hallelujah, hallelujah. Fred's gonna get a mic stand. No more distorted audio. Fred is going to Music City. Or the Guitar Center. You know. Oh my God. All right, so let's figure this out. Okay, and we'll do it like that for the night, and we'll be rocking and rolling, man. I appreciate you coming in. LAK's in here early, man. I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you, big homie. Without further ado, man, we got the VIP in the building, man. What's up, man? How you feeling?
Peace. What's going on, King?
Man, I'm feeling great, man. I've been rocking you all day, man.
That's a beautiful thing to hear, man. I'm glad. I would love to be to hear what was your favorite joint you was rocking to? What you like, what you don't like?
Obviously, I'm gonna tell you right now. Obviously, the Black woman is God. You know, I mean, I like the speeches in there. You know, I mean, the Black woman is God, and I like Harriet. I like Harriet a lot. You know, what I mean?
Yeah, Harriet's definitely one of my favorites. The Black woman is one of my favorites. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You know, we're gonna get into all of that.
Yeah, for sure, man. And why
Shout
go
out to my brother Capone? This is our new company, the Smart Dog. This is the logo. You know, for the company me and Capone started together. So
okay,
and shout out to that.
He got what, 2 cameos on your album? How many? 2, 3?
Well, the Wolves EP, that's Capone and LAK.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? The Wolves EP is all us.
Okay.
So, you know, that's 5 joints right there. So we have more songs that we recorded. And like I said, you know, we got this company that we starting. So, you know, you'll hear a lot more music and see a lot more projects from us.
And why take the road of most resistant?
Of most resistance? You talking about being an educational hip hop artist?
Yeah. Why not drop it like it's hot? Drop it like it's hot.
Well, I mean, we live right now. We on the power, right?
Yeah, we live. Yeah,
I didn't know I jumped right into it. I didn't know. Because it's in my heart. You know what I'm saying? So for me, it's not really like a road of resistance. This is actually in my heart. This is something I do. I do read. I've been rhyming, you know, pretty much since 8 years old. You know what I'm saying? Around then, so the two worlds just kind of merged as far as giving you educational content and giving you you know, the hip hop. It's in my heart.
Can you go back to the genesis of it? At what age? Was it mom and dad? Was it reading the autobiography of Malcolm X?
For the education or for the hip hop? Because these are 2 different paths. See if I can get this.
Okay, well, I mean, I ain't got nothing but time, man. You know what I mean? It's 9 o'clock over here where I'm at. You know what I'm saying? I know it's midnight for you, but shout out to Knowledge, man, for setting this up, man. Hey, Knowledge.
Yeah.
Knowledge is a huge asset.
That's the big homie.
Yeah. Sure.
You know, for me, sorry about that. I was just
no, we good.
Something down because the heater was on. It was making too much noise. I definitely want you to hear me clearly. All right. So the genesis of hip hop for me.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. Let's start there.
The genesis of hip hop, you know, I was born into I think I was that generation that was born into the culture. So it wasn't, you know, my mom had me listening to, you know, Luther Vandross and Tina Marie and, you know, Rick James. You know, that was what my mom was listening to. But I'm from New Brunswick, New Jersey. The culture that was going on in the streets at that time, hip hop had already manifested, and everybody had begun to emulate your Run DMCs, your LL Cool J's, your Cool G Raps, your Rakims. You know, these were the people that first, I would guess, introduced me into the culture of hip hop, different from your Melly Mel, different from your Grandmaster Flash and Furious 5, different from The Message, you know, because that was the first time I was hearing hip hop. But there was a difference when you was listening to Run DMC and you was watching them and you saw they had on their Adidas. I went out and bought Adidas and had the no shoestrings in my joints, and I had the Pumas with the fat laces on it. You know what I'm saying? And then when LL came out, I was the Kango champ. You know what I'm saying? I had them in all colors. You know what I mean? I lived on Livingston Avenue, and I could just walk to downtown New Brunswick. So, you know, I was always getting little Kangos and emulating these people. So that's how I was seduced by the culture. And as far as rapping, I used to beatbox. You know, I started off breakdancing, watching Turbo and Ozone. You know what I'm saying? Everybody wanted to pop. You know what I mean? And I was out there, you know what I'm saying, doing my thing. And then I was in the 3rd grade. I was beatboxing, banging on the table, and my man Hal said, "Joe, why don't you kick a rhyme?" You know what I'm saying? Because I was beatboxing for everybody in the cipher. And he was like, "Yo, why don't you kick a rhyme?" I was in the 3rd grade, St. Peter's in New Brunswick, New Jersey. That was the first time I rapped. That's why I remember it so vividly. It was the first time, you know what I'm saying, anybody had ever even asked me to do something like that. So it went from there. I just never stopped. You know, I went from that to beatboxing, which I can still do. And if you listen to lesson 2 on the song I Am Because We Are, that's me beatboxing on that track. To 4th grade now, I got a rap group. You know what I'm saying? Me and I think the brother's name is Tyshawn Bradley. That was my first rap group. It didn't end up good because we fought at the end of the year, had this massive fight. It was crazy. And then it just went on from there. You know what I'm saying? That's the genesis of hip hop. And then I wanted to sound like Rakim. I wanted to be cool as LL Cool J and Big Daddy Kane. I had the high top fade, you know what I'm saying? And I was also listening to Public Enemy and also listening to Chubb Rock and also listening to Redhead Kingpin. I was also, Ice-T was one of the first albums I ever bought, The Power Joint. So I was just, you know, I was into that and into hip hop from an early age. And I was the dude that went to the cut grass, doing whatever, getting a little money from the old heads that would give it to me, and going to the store and buying singles and buying records. I remember the first albums I bought. It was Ice-T, Power, Chubb Rock, It Takes a Nation's a Million to Hold Me Back, EPMD, and the Rakim joint. I bought them all at the same time. So I specifically remember that. And then after that, it was, you know, the Big Daddy Kane joints, you know what I mean? And you know, it just went from there. But that's my origins of how I got into hip hop.
And how did hip hop meet your information?
One of the things that was happening, you know, simultaneously is, along with the culture of hip hop, I was always around people that were having debates. They were older than me when I was younger, but you know, if you live in those communities, you're always, at least in Jersey, you know, I was surrounded by the gods, surrounded by Muslims, and also surrounded by Christians and 5%ers. And, you know, they were always having these kind of discussions or kind of battles around me that you could just be privy to. You walk out on the block, it's the Christians and talking to the Muslims, you know what I'm saying? It's the nations of God of the earth talking to, you know, NOI. So that just sparked a interest and just me wanting to learn more, to participate in these conversations when I got older. And that started to happen. You know what I'm saying? I grew up as a Christian. I gravitated into African spirituality as of now, but I grew up, you know, my grandmother raised me. My grandfather is an elder in the church now. So I had that type of background, and I was getting into those discussions. One of the things that happened with me getting into those discussions, and this is a 2-part thing as far as education is concerned. Yeah. One of the things that happened is I wanted to do more research. So I began to read more about those topics, which led to this, which led to that, which led to me getting more interested in books and learning. But the genesis of me reading a lot came from me staying at my grandparents' house in the 4th grade. And the only thing that I was allowed, you know, I was living in New Brunswick, New Jersey with my mom, running wild as a little kid, doing things I couldn't imagine my kids doing right now at those type of ages. It was just like a totally different world. A child, a baby, to being into my grandmother's house. She's from Alabama. The rules were different. I wasn't staying up all night, coming in when I want to. You know, there was a lot of structure, and she had, in my room, there was a stack of libraries. It was a Walt Disney. It's not a stack of libraries, a stack of encyclopedias. It was a Walt Disney encyclopedia.
That man knocked on your grandma's door too, huh?
Pardon me?
I said that man knocked on your grandma's door too, huh? We had Britannicas too, man. I think we still paying on them damn things.
You know what I'm saying? She still got it today. She still has those, you know what I'm saying? She still has those white Walt Disney encyclopedias that I read. I started out just reading 1 page, reading 2 pages. I ended up my 4th grade year reading a whole encyclopedia. You know what I mean? Because I went from being a bad kid, hanging out all night with the older kids. My mom worked in New York. She worked late nights. You know what I'm saying? We was wilding, stealing cars, breaking in people. We was bugging out, stealing bikes. To none of that was going down. You know what I'm saying? So now I'm this 10-year-old child up all night, and the only thing I had to do was read. You know what I mean? So that 4th grade year changed my life in a lot of different ways. Musically, she made me take guitar lessons. My grandmother and my grandfather.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? Let me not leave my grandfather out. That's my man. You know what I'm saying? But, and they introduced me to sports. That was the first year I played football. So, and those things carried me through life. Football carried me through the rest of high school and school. Being interested in music carried me through life to now as a grown man. Reading those books and that encyclopedia, nobody forced me. They was just in my room. Nobody said read them. I just didn't have anything to do, and I was up at midnight and stuff like that. So I read them. But those things really built me or planted a seed that just continued on for the rest of my life. So the merger between hip hop and education, when I got older, I just began to naturally regurgitate the information that I was taking in, and you would just see glimpses of it in the rhymes. So that's how that's how I became comfortable with spitting out educational content. You know what I'm saying? And then the formation of smart hip hop, that's another story.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And we can get into that as well.
Yeah. How was your religious journey? And did that shape you in terms of like your content and where you are now? Because you said now you're in the African spirituality, correct?
Yes.
So there was a journey to get to this point, right?
It was a serious journey. I mean, like I said, I went to Catholic school for a lot of younger years. I had to bounce around to a lot of different schools, but I went to St. Peter's for like kindergarten, 1st grade, third grade. 4th grade, I lived with my grandmother. 5th grade, I'm back with my mom, back in St. Peter's. 6th grade, I'm in St. Mary's. 7th grade, I'm in Willingboro. I'm living with my dad. But then in 8th grade, I go to Life Center Academy. 9th grade, I'm in a different school. But you have that. Also, coming from or living with, even when I didn't live with my grandmother, I spent a lot of my time over there. You know what I'm saying? I would dropped off, babysit. Like my mom would drop me off. I'd be at my grandma for like 2 months. You know what I mean? So it was that kind of scenario. So I had, I'm the guy that was in church. My grandfather was a deacon, like I said. So I'm in church Sunday from early morning to late. Tuesday is the young adult choir. You know what I'm saying? Wednesday is Bible study. You know what I mean? Thursday is the young men choir. You know what I'm saying? I'm basically in church every day. Mm-hmm. So that played a really, really a big role in my life as a kid and as a young man. You know what I'm saying? You really get indoctrinated into the Bible and into the scriptures, and I respect it. And I think that the church is a cornerstone of the African American community. So I don't want to seem like just because I'm now on this African spiritual journey that I'm disrespecting anybody else if you do something different, because I'm not. And I have the utmost respect for Christianity. But the shift from that, like I said, getting into those debates, now reading different books, seeing that things didn't line up to me or resonate with my particular spirit. You know what I'm saying? Another thing that really, really changed that is I went to college. I went to Rutgers University. I had the pleasure of taking Ivan Van Sertima's classes. I took 3 of them. One of the classes that he had, but I took a lot of class. When I got to Rutgers, I took Old Testament, I took New Testament. I met my wife in Black religion. I took everything, Swahili, you know what I'm saying? I took mad religious classes. And you begin to see that there's discrepancies with what you learn in church and then how it's being taught on an academic level. That began to shake things up for me. You know what I'm saying? Going and taking the Old New Testament, and the first thing that they're telling you is you have to pick out the authors and the different styles of the book of Genesis. I'm like, I thought Moses wrote it. You know what I mean? So you begin to learn that there's more information than what you might just learn at church on a Sunday or at Bible study, any of that. You know what I mean? There's an academic perspective to that. And then what really, really started to blow my mind was I said, yo, when I took the Ivan Van Sertima class, and one of the things he did, he made us study scientists that were 30,000 years old. Like he would bring in metals. And part of our I still remember this, part of our assignment was we had to pick the people that made the metal, but it was based on the amount of gold and the amount of metal in these spares. He brought in these gold like spares, but they were 30,000 years old. And I'm like, well, how is that possible? You know what I mean? So now you're really reshifting everything that I'm thinking about the origins of man. This is, the Adam and Eve story and things of that nature. So then I got to a point where I'm like, yo, I just want to go back as far as I can and take religion to the depths that I can go to. And on that particular journey, after I graduated from college, it took a couple years. I was in college for 5 years. So, that's just my story. But it took a couple years, but I had to turn around and make and just say, this is all of the stuff that I learned. And now I just have to see how it fits me. And everything kept leading back to Africa for me. You know what I mean? That's not going to resonate with everybody, but it resonates with me. Everything kept leading back to that for me. And once I began, I said, yo, I want to start at the Big Bang and take it from there. I want to start at the beginning of everything and take it from there. And who is the first people that I'm going to run into that's talking about God? That's how I got onto the African spirituality. I found those group of people. I found these people in Nile Valley civilizations. I found out about Kemet. I found out about, the symbols that you see. There's not really people who believe that there was people with bird heads walking around. That's not real. These are anthropomorphic, symbolism, and everything has a meaning. They're niches and so that path took a while because it was a little bit scary breaking out of Christianity. You know what I'm saying? It's definitely a religion where you have to fear God. So if you feel like you're turning your back on that, it's not a very comfortable place, especially when you're still researching something that you don't fully understand. So that's the spiritual aspect of it. It's really, a journey. And I really traveled the world, went to different libraries, went to a monastery, went to Buddhist temples. And, I went all over trying to search for different information. Whatever library, the Louvre in Paris, libraries in Chicago, or, and Metropolitan and DC. And, I wanted to just see what was truly out there without hearing anything from anybody. I got to a point where I like, stop just talking to me and telling me stuff. I had to find out for myself. And that's what led me to here.
How do you see religion now? Is it a control mechanism, or is it a pathway to Christ, or a pathway to God? Or
religion is your own way to have a personal relationship with a being that is more powerful than yourself. So if you recognize that there's a creator and that there's something that's more powerful than you, then however you want to establish a relationship with that entity is on you. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's Muhammad, whether it's Jesus Christ, whether it's Ra, or, or whether it's the creator, as we said, you can't really name a deity that you don't know and don't understand, and it's too big and too vast for you to actually comprehend. But it's how you gain your own personal relationship. So I feel like people, not everybody wants to read, you know what I'm saying? Some people just want to go get the word, get rejuvenated, feel like that stuff and have that carry them through their week. Not everybody is going to just dive and get mad deeper into whatever it may be. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes, you can dive in and get really deep into one particular thing. Like I know a couple Hebrew Israelites, they deep into it. I respect them. I know some Christian brothers that's really mad deep, and I respect them. You know what I'm saying? So it's really, I think, what resonates in your soul. Is it a controlling mechanism? If you allow it to be, yes. You know what I'm saying? If you if you are a blind sheep, yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because not everybody in the world has good intentions, especially when they have the power to speak for God. You know what I'm saying? They could lead people astray. They can control their flock. So, you know, if you're not careful about that, yeah, it can be used as a control mechanism. But if you are using it to establish your own personal relationship with an entity that's higher than yourself, hey, man, whatever resonates in your soul is on you.
Right. And you titled the latest album Black Matters. Why?
Black Matters was because it was Black History Month. I wanted to put out an album and take songs from Lesson 1, Lesson 2, and the Wolves EP that was specifically about Black issues or Black people, and put it out and let people just, you know, get nourished for Black History Month. So you got Harriet Tubman, you got the Wolves, you got Redemption, you know, you got in the Name of MLK, you know, you got the Moors, you know, you have these songs on there that's just really dedicated Black women in Congress. Did I put the Moors on there? Gotta double check. But you know, you have songs. I just wanted to give people that before we move on and hit you with all of the new material.
What's your take on Black Lives Matter? And did you hear the recent news about the 90 million and all that?
The 90 million.
Yeah, that they raised $90 million.
For what?
No, that's what they raised worldwide, $90 million. And now from the people, remember from 2020, they've raised $90 million.
Okay. But raised it for, you know, they got $90 million. What's going to happen with $90 million? You raised it for what? For who? Who's, you know?
And that's what I'm asking you. And that's what I'm asking you. Like, because I mean, I can't help but think of Black Lives Matter if I hear a title of an album called Black Lives Matter.
Black Matters, not Black Lives Matter.
Oh, I know that. But I'm asking you. Like,
my emotions on Black Lives Matter is, you know, number one, I understand the sentiment because we live in a country where, you know, Black people are incredibly disrespected, and we need to say, when you can look at George Floyd get murdered, and now there's a trial, as if, you know, it's not pretty simple. You know, that's why people say Black. I mean, there's a whole long history of why the Black people in this country say, hey, Black Lives Matter. And it's because we are being treated as second-class citizens. So I understand the sentiment. But I also hear the chatter about it as far as, you know, well, it was started by this, and you know, we want to add this, and, you know, there's things being added to the movement that might not necessarily go along with, you know, the actual struggle for the African American community. I hear that. I didn't dive too deep into that, because I feel as though the sentiment on its own, Black Lives Matter, is a powerful statement. The movement and the organization, you know, maybe I'm not qualified to speak on the leaders and the people that's at the top and the people that are actually controlling that actual movement. I'm just aware of the sentiment and regular stuff that you see in the media. And I feel like the sentiment is good. But I really got to do, I've been hearing so much about, you know, the leadership of it. And before I just, you know, go hard, I would really just want to do a lot more research, you know, just in respect to the people that's putting that together. I mean, you know, I know the general stuff that you know, but there's been a lot of talk.
What do you think is going to happen in the George Floyd trial?
It's hard to say. You know what I'm saying? It's hard to say, because
isn't that awful that you got to say it's hard to say?
That's what I mean. The man, you know, the guys you know, he just murdered this man, you know what I'm saying, in cold blood, in the middle of the street, in broad daylight, you know what I'm saying? Broad daylight, like you said, New Jack City. It's, you know, there is, like I said, the you know, the respect for Black life is low. And on a variety of levels. There's a countrywide disrespect of the Black life. There's a community disrespect for Black life, you know what I'm saying, within our own community. But as far as this cop is concerned, you know, white supremacy is a thing that you can't ignore. And there's been a history of protecting police officers that kill black people, or not putting them in jail, or, you know, giving them slaps on the wrist. You know what I'm saying? The first police officers were slave catchers. That culture, you know what I mean, and that mentality, and, you know, even if it's just on a subconscious level, it hasn't really left. It hasn't really went anywhere. So, you know, European American counterparts might just look at George Floyd like he was just another slave being caught by a slave patrol, and his life, you know what I mean, was what it was. So if you're going into trial looking at it from that perspective, your interest might be to protect that cop. You know what I'm saying? That might be to protect the establishment, to not say, hey, you don't have a right to go out there and just murder black people. You know what I'm saying? They might say you have the right to do that, and we have to use the system to protect that. Especially when you see what's going on with picking the juries, especially now they doing the third-degree manslaughter. Like, you're starting to see the setup of what's going on, and we've seen it. You know what I mean? Like, we've been existing in this country since the late 1400s. You know what I mean? Like, we know what it is. It's not a surprise. Like, nothing that anybody is doing is shocking. You know what I'm saying? So he might get off. He might get a slap on the wrist. You really don't know. It's hard to say when you're dealing with white authority and black people. If this was a white dude and a black cop, he'd be in jail already. Right. You know what I'm saying? But this is a different scenario. So you really cannot call it. You just have to be prepared to deal with both answers to that. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to his family for getting 27 million, because, you know, people know, what happened was wrong, but now it's not about right or wrong. Now it's about a protection of a particular establishment.
No, you're right. And I am the Unabomber. Salute King, paying it forward. LAK, speak, bro. I guess they love you in here.
Peace. Salute to you, my brother.
Is it our fault we're getting disrespected, or is it because it's 2020? So how much ownership should we take of the disrespect?
Well, you have to take full accountability to what happens to you. But there's a side of this that's also being ignored. You know what I'm saying? You can't ignore the strides of, we are the reason that we are not slaves anymore. It is us. It is the Harriet Tubmans. You know what I'm saying? It is the Nat Turners. It is the Deacons for Defense. You know what I'm saying? It is all of those black people that made strides and sacrificed to get us to this point. So on the one hand, you can't just knock all of our Marcus Garveys and our Malcolm X's. You can't, and our Martin Luther, you can't, Fannie Lou Hamers and Ida B. Wells. You can't just toss that away because, and forget that there is Jim Crow laws. You know what I'm saying? That there is a way that people want to present us in the media, and that there is drugs being pushed and guns being pushed into different communities, and that there is discrimination. You know what I'm saying? You can't separate that from the reality that we're living today. You know what I'm saying? So number one, we have to continue to fight. But number two, we do have to just hold ourselves accountable for how we behave. You know what I'm saying? Like, we can't give people food, you know what I'm saying, or give them fodder for the stereotypes that they want to put out. You know what I mean? You have to be responsible for your behavior, but you also have to recognize that there's an entire system put in place to make us look a certain way. You know what I'm saying? So, for example, we have hip hop, right? So we have this culture, and we have this thing, and we have this music that was created, and when it first came out, you saw all the differences, and you saw people expressing themselves, whether you had Native Tongues or Queen Latifah or the X-Clan or this and that. You had these messages that was being put out. You had the message, right? Once money was, once it became $1 billion industry, then you had people say, we are only going to make you listen to this, right? So the argument is yo, when you listen to the radio, you only hear this. That doesn't mean that that's the only type of artist that's out. That means that there's a machine that's pushing this type of music, that's pushing this type of message, that's squashing everything else down. So you can't ignore that reality. You know what I'm saying? You have to, it doesn't mean that you just stand idly by and say, oh, that's the reality. Hey, what am I gonna do? You know what I'm saying? But you can't ignore that happens. You know what I mean? So even in Hollywood or movies, you know, you can't ignore that when we want to express ourselves a different way, there's people that say, hold up, you got to do it this way. You got to add this. You got to make sure you put things like this. You just can't ignore that. Like, you know, there's I think Don Cheadle did a movie about one of our great jazz lessons. I forget the
Miles Davis.
And he had to follow a particular kind of script that I didn't know had to happen until I was listening to that later. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know there was a made-up character that he had to put in just to express this kind of view about Miles Davis. Why would you have to, you know what I'm saying? It's incredible. Like, you know, there's different things that has to be shown that's being pushed out there that we don't even get to see if you're not pulling all of the layers back. And it's sitting in your subconscious, and it's miseducating our people. So there is that. You know, there is a reality that we have to deal with. There's a fight that we are still in, but we just can't stand idly by and just say, oh man, yo, this is crazy. You got to make educational hip hop. You got to tell Harriet Tubman's story without having no filter, or without having anybody censor you, or without having anybody say, whoa, you can't talk about that. You can't, because that's going to, you know what I'm saying? That's going to destroy the balance. You know what I mean? You just got to find ways to put it out there and keep doing it, and then have your people gravitate to it and spread the message.
All right. The host has finally arrived. I'm actually the stand-in. DB, what's up?
Yeah, cracking people. What's up, Black?
Peace, family. What's good with you?
Oh man, I'm feeling good, man. I want to take it back a little bit further than Fred real fast, and maybe he said this when you were turning the volume down, but does LAK stand for Larry King?
No, lyrics and knowledge.
Lyrics and knowledge. Good for that. All right. You got great substance in your art, man.
Thank you.
I really appreciate listening to all your stuff. As that was me last night, man, on the gram, hitting you back and forth because I was listening to all your joints. And
okay, peace, brother. Peace.
Yeah, Harriet is fire. Right? It's impossible for somebody to listen to Harriet and not feel it. But also in the name of MLK, Pharaoh Gold, you know what I mean? And of course, with our show, Barbershop Talk is my joint.
Thank you. Appreciate that. Shout out to my man Elo Kush from the Fallen Angels. Also, Brunswick, New Jersey native.
Yeah, and shout out to Knowledge Born Allah for getting it cracking, man. We appreciate our brother Knowledge.
True indeed. Shout out to Knowledge Born Allah, man. He texted me right before the interview started, actually, man. I appreciate that, brother.
Yeah. So our show started as a boxing show. And we were having a conversation yesterday about boxers increasing their brand. Do you follow boxing at all?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So I want to ask this question. It's kind of two-part question.
Mm-hmm.
What boxer today, right now, and also in the past, would you like to walk to the ring? And also, what song would you perform while walking that boxer?
Wow, I never thought about that. I mean, I'm a fan of Steve Shakur, but it's a Jersey thing, so
yeah.
And I walk to the ring with that brother just on the strength of holding it down. And I think he's a talented boxer. There's your Terrence Crawford. I like Gary Russell Jr. Sean Porter, getting back into the mixed things, man. I hope he does well. I don't know. I don't know who I would walk to the ring because I never thought about that. You know what I'm saying? I'm just a fan of boxing, and I'm a fan of the sport. I never really thought about walking to the ring, you know what I'm saying, and performing. So that I would really have to ponder that question. But if you know, if there was anybody that, you know, if I could pick anybody, the person I would have loved to have walked to the ring with would be Mike Tyson. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I mean, I know he's not a, you know, I know you're asking about today's fighters and whatnot, but when I think of boxing, you know what I'm saying, the first person that comes to mind to me is Mike Tyson.
Okay. And what song would you perform though?
Man, I might do Black Men Rock.
All right.
You know, I might go with Gods in the Motive. You know, it might be one of them two joints.
All right. I like that. We have this conversation. You know, it's the barbershop, so man, we always shooting the shit and just having good conversation. But does money make, let me see how I can say this. Does the artist that makes the most money run hip hop?
I don't know. I can't necessarily say that. I mean, I think the big dog in hip hop is Jay-Z. So, you know,
what makes him the big dog?
You mentioned money. You know what I'm saying? When you're talking about a rapper, you know what I'm saying? A rapper who is finance, you know, there is no equivalent to Hov as far as just being a rapper, as far as paper is concerned, money is concerned. So, you know, and does he still, you know, I mean, the legends to me, you know what I mean, the greatest, you know, I think is, and I don't mean my personal favorites, but when I'm looking at the greatest, you know, I would definitely say Jay-Z, Snoop Dogg, Lil Wayne, just because I look at their body of work and what they did and how long, you know what I'm saying, their careers are. I just don't think that there's any pure rappers that can compare to their careers. There's other, you know, there's your Eminems and your Ice Cubes and your Nas who just won a Grammy, shout out to them. But as far as the length of hits and dominance and things of that nature, you know what I'm saying, and their success, you know, Hov, Snoop, and Wayne, you know what I mean, I think it's just undeniable. But, you know, now because we're in this media age, there's more people doing a lot more music. You know what I'm saying? So there's more stars in hip hop. There's you know, there's a lot of people that are media famous and very powerful. It doesn't mean that they're making the most money, even though they got a lot of flash money. You know what I'm saying? Everybody flash and they got this and you get your this and you buy your car. It doesn't mean that you're going to be a successful grown man. It means that you have flash money for what you're doing right now in hip hop. And there's a lot of those artists because we live in a totally different age. If this was maybe 20 years, like this is not the Cash Money era. This is the Cash Money era. This is not the Bad Boy era when you have really $100 million deals and Irv Gotti's, you know what I'm saying? That was the money time. That was ridiculous paper time. You know what I'm saying? Now it's a little bit different. Now it's more like, you know, the power is in your immediate influence, you know what I'm saying, and your cultural influence and how you manipulate the game and do your work like this. So there's a difference, you know what I'm saying, as far as being powerful. So money doesn't necessarily make you the most powerful person in today's era, to me, because if you can get that media behind you, if you can capture the people, and in today's society, you have the outlets to do that, you know, that's power within itself. You know what I mean? You can have $100 million or you can control 100 million people. You know what I mean? It's two ways to look at that kind of power.
Dope. Speaking of Nas, Nas several years ago said hip hop is dead. He had that album. What do you suppose he meant by that?
That the creativity was being watered down and destroyed, and that hip hop was making so much money that the corporations had begun to take over what we viewed was hip hop. That's what I view that as, you know, not as the actual art and the culture, but it became something where instead of looking for the next person that was creative, you looked for the next, you know, when you're talking about raw hip hop, I think you're talking about an individual and his talent and his message to the world. When you're talking about when big business got into it, now they're saying, oh, he's dope. I need the person that sounds like him so I could sign him so that we can duplicate what he just did. And then it became this repetitive thing and everybody started sounding the same. And I think, you know, that's when Nas was like, yo, hip hop is dead.
Understood. Who does LAK make music for?
Well, first and foremost, I make it for me because I'm a natural rapper. So I have to like what I do. I have to feel my own music. You know what I'm saying? I can't necessarily just create something for other people. And that's really something that I learned from by listening to Dr. Dre, you know what I'm saying? And he had that message. And I appreciated just hearing that from him. But the first person that you have to satisfy, if you are a pure artist, is yourself. Now, if you're a person that just wants to, you know, put out music and make money or flash or do this, or you like, yo, I'm rhyming because, you know what I'm saying, the ladies love it, you know what I'm saying? Or I'm rhyming because I think rappers are cool, you know what I mean? As if rappers come from a different planet and come here and now they're like a different breed of people. You know what I'm saying? If you're doing it for anything outside of pure hip hop, I'm not specifically talking to you. I'm saying I have to first and foremost be happy with the music that I create in my soul, you know what I'm saying? And the bars that come out of my head and my mouth. And then from there, you know what I mean? You know, I see who gravitates to it. But it's really, as an artist, it's just like a painter. You know what I'm saying? Like a painter wants to paint his particular picture. If you're a rapper, you want to put your words to the canvas. If you're a beat maker, you want to put your own spin on it. You know what I'm saying? But you got to come with what's coming out of you first and foremost. And then whoever's going to gravitate to it is going to gravitate to it. You can't, once you try to please other people, you lose your sound. You lose your own identity. You know what I mean? I can't try to please you because what if you like something that I don't like? I'm gonna do what you like instead of what I like. You know what I mean? So the first person that you got to please is yourself.
Facts. So what's LAK's objective and goal?
I mean, my objective and goal is, you know, I got 3 daughters and a beautiful wife, man. I got you know, I'm a family man, you know what I'm saying? So I got, you know, and I have friends and things of that nature. So when you're talking about my objectives and goals, the first thing that comes to mind is making sure my family's good, you know what I'm saying? And making sure the people around me are cool, you know what I'm saying? And making sure the relationships that I have with my friends and my family, you know, that immediately comes to mind, you know what I'm saying? But if you're talking about business and on a musical level, it's to really just build a platform so that people can, you know, put out their own educational hip hop music. Like I'm just trying to build up this brand so that I can get people that have a similar kind of mentality and let the world hear them. You know, and then that'll be the legacy. You know what I'm saying? Shout outs to my brother Capone as we started Smart Thug Entertainment to do one of the goals is to do just that.
Right. So this next one, thanks for that answer, by the way. And the next one is a kind of a 2-part. How did the relationship develop with Capone? And also, who's giving you the most significant pieces of advice in terms of music and also the business side of music?
Okay. First part is the relationship with Capone and I started with a studio session when we did the song Redemption. You know, my brother Merk Beats, you know what I'm saying, who's a good friend of mine. He introduced us because Merk and Capone was already working. I asked, could I be introduced to the brother and could he jump on this album? You know what I'm saying? It was the last song. My album was done and I kind of wanted to throw it on there when we knew that it was a possibility. But the relationship started in that studio session. You know what I'm saying? We didn't know each other. And I got educational lyrics. So, you know, he came in because he has an educational side to himself that he wanted to express outside of the gangster everybody knows he is. And when we got together, we didn't know that we was gonna have a similar energy. He actually said that to me. You know what I'm saying? He's quoted as being like, "Dog, I don't know if you was gonna be a thug or a nerd." You know what I'm saying? So we just had a brotherly connection. You know what I'm saying? From that studio session, which led to another song, which was What You See. After we recorded What You See, then it was like, yo, let's do an educational EP. You know what I'm saying? And let's do this. And I'm like, cool, I'm with it. So as we're recording this EP, that's how the relationship began. As far as being in the studio out for hours, you know what I'm saying? Listening to different beats, going over different ideas, hanging out, you know what I mean? And then what essentially happened is, real things happen, you know what I'm saying? And we both held each other down in different scenarios that didn't have anything to do with music. And once things like that occur, you form a different kind of relationship, you know what I'm saying? Because then you get to see what a person is. You get to see if they're going to hold you down. You really get to see what it is when you're in a situation, you know what I'm saying? When things is really popping off and stuff like that. So all of that was transpiring, you know what I mean? And then, we was going out to dinner, you know what I'm saying? And then everything just escalated from there as far as the friendship and the brotherhood, you know what I'm saying? And, my daughters call him Uncle Pone, you know what I'm saying? I know his daughters and his wife and his family, you know what I'm saying? I was at the brother's house 2 nights ago. We was playing fight night. But, it's a friendship just formed, but it started with the song Redemption. It started in that studio session. We didn't know each other before that. We seen each other in passing at the studio, but that's the first time that we had a conversation. That's the first time that we looked eye to eye. That's the first time that it was like, yo, what's up with you? And everything didn't come together in that studio session, but that's where everything just began. The second part of your question was, what was the second part of your question?
Yeah, who's giving you the most significant pieces of advice in terms of, music and your music or whatever, and also on the business side, not just the business side of music, but in business, period? Honestly,
man, it's been a lot of trial and error. You know what I'm saying? I would say my life has given me the best experience. The first time that I had a record deal offer, I was in the 9th grade. It was Rough House in Columbia. You know what I'm saying? And we mismanaged the situation, but they was interested and wanted to sign me. You know what I'm saying? And that was the first that began something, you know what I'm saying? From there, it went to meeting this person and getting this number, to, meeting, you know what I'm saying? Meeting, going to this record label, going to that record label, working with this people, so my life has been my best experiences. You know what I mean? My career really took a jump when I started Smart Hip Hop. Out of all of the things that I've done and all of the people that I've met and all of the numbers that I got and all of the, you know what I'm saying, record labels that I was supposed to almost sign and did all of this stuff for, when it was time to just do something for the people, that's what took me around the world. You know what I'm saying? And then that's when people started to know who I am a little bit. You know what I'm saying? It was just doing stuff for the people. You know what I mean? It was a total shift. I thought I was on the down part of my rapping career, and just doing something for the people and spitting out educational lyrics. It just began something new. So my life has been the best experiences. My wife and I run this company, and we started from the bottom. You know what I'm saying? I began this company. We were going into schools and trying to change curriculums and going into doing STEM programs and after schools and going into hoods all over the country. That was an experience outside of mismanaging everything that happened prior to doing Smart Hip Hop entertainment. You know what I mean? But my life, man, I'm the rapper with 1 million stories and 1 million numbers, and none of them worked out until this. I met everybody. Hey, you know what I'm saying? I met everybody, man. One of my best stories was me and Redman and getting his number and only calling it twice. Dumb. I made all of the mistakes that you can make, bro.
That's funny because I was actually going there. Have you worked with Redman and him being like the you know, at least for us outside of Jersey, he's like the Jersey GOAT. You know,
yeah, shout out to Redman, shout out to Tresh, shout out to the Lords of Underground, do it all do. Poor Righteous Teachers, Queen Latifah's the queen still. When I met Redman, I was about 15 years old, 14 to 15 years old. And it was at Rutgers University it was at a performance. He was performing, and I met DJ Polo, and I kicked the rhyme for DJ Polo. And Polo was like, yo, where you from? From like Jersey. He was like, yo, let me take you to Redman. So I went to Redman. I kicked the rhyme for Redman. Redman didn't get paid for the show. You know what I'm saying? Or the money was like messed up or whatever. So when he walked to the doors and I'm standing there with DJ Polo, he just gave me this ice cream. He was looking at me like, and it was crazy because, so say he's looking this way, he turned to me, he's like, and then he went like this. And I'm like, yo, what's going on? Yeah, but I'm a kid. I kicked my rhymes. He was like, yo, you dope. He was like, yo, I want you down. He was like, yo, call this number. He was like, I gotta go handle this business right now. So I'm not gonna be able to. He was like, yo, they shorted me on my bread. You know what I mean? Like he was really on a me. He was him, two people with him. They was going straight to the people that was supposed to pay him. So he gave me his number and told me to call, and you know what I'm saying, had this whole conversation. It was like, yo, you nice, this and that and the fourth. I only called the number like 2 or 3 times. And I thought it was like a fake number. You know, nobody ever picked up. It rung 1,000 times. You know what I mean? I didn't realize until I was watching a recent interview of him that he went through the same experience, but he called the number for like 6 months. And I'm like, damn, I only called it like 2 or 3 times. You know what I'm saying? And it was just one of them things, man. But I met him on that occasion. I met him a few times, but that was just the one time that I met him and rhymed for him and exchanged numbers, or not exchanged numbers, but he gave me the number to call. It was like, yo, call this number and do this and do that. And I just didn't follow the instructions.
Yeah, we got to get y'all on a joint together, man. Y'all got to represent for y'all town. Redman
is one of my favorite rappers of all times. There Is a Dark Side is one of my best albums. Muddy Waters. One of my best albums from him. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he's the God. You know what I mean? Red is, you know, Red, Tretch, Lords. You know what I'm saying? You know, that's Jersey. If you looking up Jersey, you know what I'm saying, in the dictionary, you're gonna see them groups.
Should we value the Grammys?
Yeah. You know, I mean, listen, I know that now when I say yeah, here's what I'm saying. I'm not saying, yo, we should value the Grammys and wholeheartedly just accept and put our validity on you winning a Grammy. That's not what I'm saying. Like, you're not validated by a Grammy or not. But if you win one, it's dope. You know what I'm saying? You can't just, you know, dismiss it. You know, Nas won a Grammy. He should have won one for Illmatic, True Indeed, but he got one now. I think he should have won one for It Was Written. But I'm not, you know, you can't discredit it now. You know what I'm saying? It's still a Grammy. It's still what it is. It still holds weight. It still has a value in circles that it needs to have value in. It's still going to have that thing, that Grammy. Who doesn't want to have Grammy award winning person outside of their name, no matter who you are? You know what I'm saying? And I think the people, you either have a lot of them or you don't have them and you should have earned them. And those people are having those conversations about, oh, it means this and no, it means that. But when you win one, you know, Nas is happy right now. Trust. So, you know, it doesn't validate you, but it doesn't mean like it's not a dope thing to have. That's what I'm saying.
I'm just saying that that may qualify them to be the proper executives to run hip hop if we're validating their awards that they give us.
Nah, no. I'm just talking. It does not validate you to be anything except to
validate them. Validate them
to
be the experts. No, the people in charge, like the people in the suits.
To me, it doesn't.
Okay.
Because he should have got one. Nas should have had one. Nas is one of the greatest rappers of all time. He's just getting one now. That's stupid. You know what I'm saying? So it doesn't mean that those people are making good decisions. It just means that now you have one and you can put yourself in the class of people that have it. And that's dope to do. But it doesn't mean that the people that are making them decisions they're still crazy. You know what I'm saying? They still do stuff and you got to be like, yo, this is not because of this person's artistry. You know what I'm saying? King's Disease is a dope album, but it's not Nas's best album to me. You know what I mean? So it's just one of them things, man. It's dope to say I'm a Grammy Award winning artist. Who doesn't want to say that? Except for the people that's been winning Grammys like crazy. When you win them and win them and win them, then you might lose the you know what I'm saying? You might lose that feeling. You might get out of touch with the people who haven't achieved that. And you just looking at it like, I got another one, yada, yada, yada. Not realizing that there's other politics that went into you winning one, not just your talent. So, there's that double-edged sword with that thing. But it's still a dope thing to have, period. In my opinion, you know what I'm saying? It's dope. I'd love to be sitting here talking about I'm a Grammy Award winning artist. Who doesn't want to say that?
I get it.
Being honest, you know what I mean?
Say it again, Fred.
No, he's good. You good?
No, when Nate Dogg was alive, he had did a lot of features for a lot of artists, and then I remember him doing a show. I believe it was with Sway, and Sway asked him what was some of the things that he would change, and he said he probably wouldn't have worked for some of those artists because they were not real artists and they didn't have talent. They were engineered and digitally put together. So, are there any artists that you would not work with for any reason? Tekashi 6ix9ine, whatever.
I wouldn't work with Tekashi, but and that's a whole different conversation and subject. I like to work with artists that I think are dope and that I respect. If I think, you know what I'm saying, you're a dope lyricist, I'll work with you. You know what I'm saying? Talib Kweli did that with me. The brother didn't know me. He just respected my artistry and thought I was dope, you know what I'm saying, and did the background on me. And we was introduced by Merc Beats. So, you know what I'm saying, it's about your level of respect for the person that you're working with. If you are a real MC and if you are an artist, you're going to work with somebody that you respect as an artist. And it's not really going to be is he? Some people are like, yo, if you paying me the bag, then I'll do it. I'm not necessarily that kind of person. But to each his own. I just want to work with people that I respect as artists. I work with a lot of people. I probably had like 500 joints. I've been recording since I've been in the 9th grade. I got all types of songs with all types of people. Some I done lost more music than I had. But it's I think that you have to work with a person that you respect. I think that you have to work with a person that you like with Capone. You know what I'm saying? We met in the studio session recording Redemption. That's our first introduction. Before that, he had to do his own homework, which he told me he did. He's like, yo, I did my homework on you, young man. You know what I'm saying? And I paid attention to what you was doing, and I listened to you, and I think this is dope. So, you have to respect the person that you're working with as an artist or whatever they're bringing to the table. It could be a singer, a beat maker, a rock and roll artist. You know what I mean? You just got to respect the person. And shout out to my man, Chalk Mike, because he's going to surprise people. You know what I'm saying? He got a song where he's sounding like Nate Dogg. And it's a joint that's Chalk Mike, Daz, and Capone. And I was there when he shot the video. He was down in Atlanta. But, he sounds just like the God. He just sounds just like him. It's going to blow people's mind.
Who's whack?
Who was a whack artist?
Yeah.
Oh, man,
we in a barbershop. Tell us the truth.
Man, I don't know. I don't listen to whack artists. You know what I'm saying? So I've been vibing out to my own. If there's something I don't like, I don't necessarily be like, yo, that's whack. Now, I'm like a elder statesman in hip hop. You know what I'm saying? I've been doing this and been around for a minute. So the things have changed, styles have changed. You know what I'm saying? I'm in a new era of music. This is a whole new wave. So being that this is a whole new wave and a whole new vibe, I don't necessarily say, yo, that's whack, or these, you know what I mean? This is a new sound and this is a new vibe. Did you work with D Smoke? Who's D Smoke?
Shout out to Richard Barley. Shout out to.
Oh, you don't know. Oh, you don't know.
A question just going across the screen.
From Inglewood.
People that I think is dope. You know what I'm saying? As far as who I think is whack.
You would have loved D Smoke. Oh, you would have loved D Smoke. You gotta get to
work with him. You know what I'm saying?
You would have loved
I would work with him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I like to work with artists that just appreciate music and appreciate their own thing and bring different things to the table. I love doing that. And as of late, I've been getting hit up by a lot of people. And I'm in the middle of, you know what I'm saying, doing a lot right now, but there's going to come a point in time where I get back into total studio beast mode.
Knowledge says we're in the barbershop, man. Tell us who's whack.
I'm telling you, yeah, because I've been listening to people that I think is dope. You know, I still listen to Nas, I still listen to Biggie, I still listen to Hove, I still listen to Snoop. You know what I'm saying? I'm listening to the Baby, and I think Lil Baby's dope. The Baby's dope. There's a lot of babies out there. You know what I'm saying? I think there's a lot of artists, and I don't particularly know all of their names, but I know their music. And the way that they're catching their words and rhyming, you know what I'm saying? It's a real dope thing, you know what I mean? But I don't know all of their names. I just know the music. So I'm really terrible by regurgitating, yo, this artist and his name is such and such and all of that. You know what I mean? I'm just like, yo, that joint right there is dope. I don't know who do it. You know what I'm saying? But that joint right there is dope.
Well, I'll tell you who I think is whack. Go ahead, D.
My brother Jarvis asked, what do you think of Joe Budden as a lyricist?
Joe Budden is dope. You know what I'm saying? Joe Budden is crazy with the bars. He
used to be. Yeah, he different now, man. He used to be.
I mean, okay, you want to say he used to be, all right, you know what I'm saying? But Joe Budden is dope, man. I forget my favorite album by him, man. It's I forget the name of it, dog, but it's a dope album. It got like this rock and roll song on it. It's just the joint where I think it's called 1,000 Faces. The song, whatever album that song is on is my favorite Joe Budden album. I just don't remember the name of the album at this moment. But Joe Budden don't let Joe go in his bag, yo. Don't let Joe go in his bag.
I'll tell you who I think is whack now. I think two people are just corny as hell now. I think 50 Cent is corny now, and I think Eminem is corny now. I think they just lost their way.
Whoa, 50 Cent is one of my favorite artists, man.
He corny now, dog. He couldn't even put 16 together. I don't even think.
50 Cent is one of my favorite artists, man. You know what I'm saying? So I love, my favorite album for 50 Cent is The Massacre, but 50 Cent, he captures a spirit and a sound that when I'm talking about 50, I'm talking about Guns Come Out, Die Tonight, you know what I'm saying? Ghetto Quran, you know what I'm saying? Smack for That, you know what I'm saying? Like, nobody does Heartbeat, you know what I'm saying? When, nobody does that like 50, which makes him one of my favorite artists. You know what I'm saying? As far as the joints he putting out now, I mean,
he's so out of touch, man.
50 doing he's one of my favorite artists, man. I can't, you know what I'm saying? I can't say 50 whack. He's one of my favorite artists.
He's telling stories now. He's telling stories on. He's telling cinematic stories now, and he's evolved into that, and that's good though. Like he's evolved, like at some point you got to be vulnerable, and 50 Cent refuses to be vulnerable, and that's why Jay-Z is still current. That's why Lil Wayne is, borderline still current. At some point you got to be
rap. Jay-Z could rap. 50 to me is not a better rapper than Jay-Z or Lil Wayne, but can't nobody do what 50 do better than 50 if he gets back into that bag. I like the reason he's one of my favorite artists is because of the gangster music that he makes. Not when he's trying to like make a pop joint and go left, you know what I'm saying, or do like the AO technology and all that. That ain't my favorite 50 artist. You know what I'm saying? But when you talking about, you know what I'm saying, capturing something that I just might want to feel in the moment and not necessarily how I want to live, you know what I'm saying? And but knowing that that's a feeling I got deep down, you know what I mean? Then he's perfect for that. But right. he's not a better rapper than a lot of rappers. But you still can't do 50 like 50. Jay-Z is a dope lyricist. So he might go off the scales because he didn't with the 444 album. You know what I'm saying? Lil Wayne is a dope rapper. You know what I'm saying? He's really just he comes up with these creative metaphors, yo. He's different lyrically. So when you have people, in my opinion, that are just dope rappers, if you continue to do it, you can always go back in your bag, even when you get to the point where you want to jump off the edge and go extremely far in the creativity process. You know what I mean? Or if you chilling and you got money and now you making TV moves and you ain't, it's now you just kind of want to get back to do this because you got a love for music, you know what I mean? And you might sound a little out of touch. Just you know what I mean? Just get back in there and record about 50 joints. You'll get back to it, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But Lil Wayne, man, he's in him, Snoop Dogg, Jay-Z, I think they're like three of the greatest.
Mm-hmm. Gotta get him out of here, DB. Go ahead.
Real quick, I got a couple of quick ones. Okay, my brother KJ asked, have you ever worked with Dead Prez, and were they influential to you?
Dead Prez was definitely influential for me. I haven't worked with him. Met him, you know what I'm saying? Met them both on different occasions. Actually, you know what I'm saying? I even met him when he actually watched me perform. I performed after a Nas Illmatic play. It was a play based around the album Illmatic. But their album was just crazy. And the joint about the animals and, I still listen to Dead Prez. They're just, those dudes is talented and creative and definitely lyrical.
Yeah, I'm gonna run a couple of names to you. You just tell me what you think about these people. Yasin Bey.
One of my favorite artists of all time. If you listen to Lesson 2, I got a joint where I'm saying black on both sides, still living it, most deaf. You know what I'm saying? He's most deaf is crazy. Okay. Charismatic and lyrically crazy.
Yes, indeed. Kendrick Lamar.
Dope. Young talent. You know what I'm saying? He got a lot of versatility. He could story tell, you know what I'm saying? Go into a different mode. He could get into, Kendrick is different. And you know what I mean? He's in a league of his own to me. I'd love to work with him.
Yes, indeed. Okay. Black Thought.
Bar machine. When I think about Black Thought, you know what I'm saying? I think about him and Styles P. They're just, they are just consistent lyrical bar machines that they're just, you know what I'm saying? Black Thought is, he's a bar machine. It's not even being, he's one of the greatest lyricists of all time. He's a bar machine.
Facts. Cannabis was, I haven't heard anything recent from him. I know, the impact that Cannabis had on the game is overshadowed by his beef with LL. You know what I'm saying? But when Cannabis came out, I believe if he wouldn't have got into that type of skirmish and he could have just, lifted his career without that Cannabis would have, he could have been potentially just one of those legends. You know what I mean? Because he was a different type of rapper when he came out. You know what I mean? He had the old school battle metaphor joint, you know what I mean? And he was infusing it with the new age that he was in. And he did it better than anybody did it in his time. And for that, but it was like wild, short-lived. You know what I'm saying? So, he's a talented brother, man. I just feel like, you know what I'm saying, the wrong things happen to him. Okay, and my last one, Corrupt.
Oh man, Corrupt is crazy, man. Corrupt is I've been listening to Corrupt for so long. You know what I'm saying? Corrupt is one of them dudes. I feel like because he's an East Coast and West Coast mixture, that he brings something different to the table with his sound. So he's gonna have that West Coast, swag to him, but you also hear the East Coast lyricism in him. You know what I mean? And then you're around Snoop Dogg, who's a total freestyle maniac. You know what I'm saying? I don't think there's anybody who could freestyle like Snoop. So, Corrupt is he's a GOAT, man. You know what I mean? He's my OG. So, shout out to Corrupt.
I got two. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead, DB.
And my very last thing, because we are in a barbershop and you got a joint called Barbershop Talk, man, can you please drop a couple of bars from Barbershop Talk for us right here?
From Barbershop Talks, and in particular from that song right there, or something new?
Yeah.
What's the joint? Yo, pardon this. My style turn to Vessi, gold hollow tips, army like Garvey, organizing consciousness, measuring your heart on the stele, break out the Anubis. I move swift when surrounded by the dirty. Tim's fresh, whitey, and sweat, Jersey. I doubt fear stronger than love. Fam is everything. Day one's holding me down like it's whatever, king. They don't make shades for your third eye. Sitting with a prince and he about to let a dove fly. Slaves are the new inmates. What I try and tell him, son say starve of time, he gonna chance felons. We gotta think better. We lose a lot of soldiers who mentally undeveloped. Mice in the maze and the cheese is processed. I'm looked that strange just for saying I'm conscious. Couple bars, man.
Appreciate you, man. Thank you for coming to the shop, man. Appreciate you.
Man, I appreciate being here, man. Definitely.
And please come back, man, at a moment's notice. For sure, man. Just holler.
We'll do.
Man, we'll rock out for sure.
Perfect. Let me step away for a quick second. I'm not going nowhere. I'll be back. Hold on. But if it's over, it's over. But hold on. 1 second.
All right. I guess he's going to get something. I don't know. Everybody duck. Everybody duck, nigga. Everybody duck. Shit. Hey, when a nigga say he coming back, I'm leaving, nigga. I'm telling you that right now. Nigga said, nigga, wait right there. What? Nigga, I ain't waiting.
We from LA. Yeah, we getting down.
Nigga, I ain't doing no waiting around, nigga. Hey, nigga got salt and pepper in his beard. He ain't doing no fighting. I'm gonna tell you that shit right now, nigga. Cap it.
Shout out to LAK, man, dropping bars, man. Hey, listen, y'all gotta go and check him out, man. LAK,
oh yeah,
I gotta check out LAK, man.
Mm-hmm.
Go to his IG. He always loading his songs to his IG page, and he got a YouTube channel and all of that. But man, y'all gotta support, because when we got people who, especially look at, man, this dude is on the East Coast. This dude is in Jersey. And see how he's bigging up these West Coast artists like that? Ain't no hate. Ain't no malice in his heart. You know what I'm saying? And this is a true lyricist, and he kicking something with substance and flavor. So we got to make sure that we support those brothers, man, and support this brother for real.
Yeah. And that's the goal, because I was vibing him all day. I was driving around vibing all day listening to him, man. It was, yeah, man. So, I mean, hey, Lax, I gotta, I ain't gonna say. Where does nigga go? Shit.
Yeah, man. H Money, what up, King Israel? What's going down? Box fans, what up? Hey, Knowledge, man, appreciate you, man. Like you said, I'm gonna go to my car and get my other gun. Yeah.
My other gun, you know what I mean? Shit, man.
Sorry about that. I know the show is over, man. I had to go to the bathroom.
Oh, nigga, we were saying peace, nigga. You could have waited 10 more seconds, nigga.
No, I couldn't. I'm sorry, man. I couldn't. I'm sorry, man. I apologize.
Hey, no worries, because I was like, now you got that old man bladder, nigga. Shit, you can't hold it.
Listen. It's just been a long day, bro. Been doing a lot of running around. I had to go.
Hey, I was telling for you, when a nigga say hold on, nigga got salt and pepper in his beard. I ain't waiting, nigga. Shit.
Nah, listen, man. If y'all, I can give y'all a couple more bars if y'all want, man.
Yeah, fuck it. Let's go. Fuck it.
Yo. Imagine the unimaginable. Limits don't exist through barriers moving tactical. My people's really gauging in war. This ain't theatrical. For family, we go over the top, something irrational. My square full of positive energies, no herb stay. It's magic how revolutions can spark from the wordplay. Inner visions. I hear the voices like Harriet, maintain or storm capitals with the savages. We not playing like squads, only practicing. I laid my foundation out of mud like I'm spackling. Flowing through the sea of life, swifter than the crack and no cap. You either die or reinvent while adapting. Truth, nothing fable. I'm cool with the angels. My aunt came down to my navel. Peace, bang, glass tables. Encroaching the game from all angles. When I apply pressure, you cowards be feeling strangled. I lay low. I keep my eyes on a bigger pick. Mind, soul, body, the fam. Ain't got a deeper list. Rona had them losing their jobs. Went and bought a stick. Peace, but don't violate. You getting every bit. I'm in the stock game, investing in light mortgage. On it so the money and daunts perform gorgeous. Above board, thinking is lawless. Low garments, arm lift. Javon cursor tighten in my conference. I mind mine, tending my business and keep a side grind. And giving prime time for what you put in your timeline. I'm a divine kind. C&D guidelines. I listen to them gods you following blind swine. I pay attention when I see my ancestors whisper. Giving me the signs, I read them like Mel Gibson. If Peter saw my closet, they probably would start pissing. Watch them animals around you, them devils be shapeshifting.
Devils be shapeshifting.
Get
Appreciate you, Red.
I appreciate y'all holding on. So I wanted to give y'all a little extra. I appreciate it. I didn't want to run out, so I just wanted to do something extra.
Oh, you did run out, nigga. You did run out.
I'm sorry, man. So, man, we have the least I can do is give y'all some bars.
Oh man, appreciate you, man.
Hey,
yes.
You know what? Hold on. I forgot to ask you, man. What would DB do? What would DB do?
What would DB do?
Yeah.
What you mean? What would DB do?
Exactly. We appreciate you, brother. Thanks for coming out.
What you talking? What you mean? I lost that. You lost me on that.
Yeah, that's inside barbershop joke.
It ain't that, man. It ain't that.
Y'all gotta let me know, man. You know what I'm saying?
That's his name, DB. What would DB do?
Oh, no.
Oh, he's just fucking with you.
I'm thinking you talking about another rapper. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to scramble my brain. You know what I mean? You threw me off. You know what I mean? He would do the best he can. That's what he would do.
Oh,
right
man.
on, right on.
Appreciate you. Appreciate you.
Thank you.
Appreciate you. That was dope.
Man, talk about it. Yeah.
Thank you, Knowledge. Thank you, Knowledge. Appreciate you. Hey, I was about to hit on with the King H.O., man. That's my favorite rapper, King H.O. Huh? I should.
He got bars.
He got bars. You ain't heard of King H.O.? Hurrah! You know what I mean? You ain't heard of him. You know what I mean? He's
Luther Lufe.
Yeah, Luther Lufe. They don't know who Luther Lufe is, man. Hurrah! Oh, gosh, man. Too funny, dog. Too funny.
I love it. I love it, man. I love it. I love them good vibes, man. When there's an artist who takes their art serious, like the art is their life.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Somebody who just going in the studio.
Facts.
And this is a scholared man. You know what I mean?
Very
Somebody
much so.
Studied,
got a degree and all that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Who studies and loves his people. And, you know, it's a reflection in the music, but you see it all over his pages and all the things that he does, man, community work and stuff like that. So, yeah, I liked it, brother, man. Yeah. Driver said he don't want to go. Look. Yeah. Right on. H Money. What'd you say? H Money said drop the link.
Oh, I don't want to have this nigga freestyling. Man, this nigga. God bless him.
All right. How you feeling today, bro?
I'm feeling great, man. I'm feeling really good. Today was a good day. You know, my Ice Cube's voice. Yeah, I'm happy to be here. I'm happy to be here. And it was just a strong day. Yeah, good day. Yeah.
I started getting a little headache around 3-4 o'clock, and I'm like, man, I hope this shit go away real quick.
Mm-hmm.
And that shit just kept persisting.
Mm-hmm.
And then right around 8 o'clock, man, I'm talking about like I had this a banging migraine. I still got it, but I was like, damn. I'm like, it's an hour to go. It's 45 minutes to go. It's 30 minutes to go, and I'm like, fuck it, I'm gonna go in and let me go in and poke my chest out, take a deep breath, and get in. But yeah, I'm hurting right now. Yeah, but this made me feel good though. I love hip hop so much. You know what I'm saying, hip hop, you the love of my life. Right. Yeah, that's a reference. You know that? You know that song? No. Who know that?
I know I heard it though.
Who know that song in the chat? Hip hop, you the love of my life.
Oh, I was thinking of Lauryn Hill. Hip hop started out in the baby, come on, baby, come on. Come on, baby, light my fire.
No, box fans, that ain't
everything you do is so tired.
Box fans, you talking about I used to love her. No, there you go. Okay, box fans, he back on it. The Roots, that's right. Yeah. He said, "Damn, Fred, 8 was 2. Laugh out loud."
8 was 2. I didn't get that.
8 was 2. Damn.
I don't know.
Oh, I was 2.
Oh.
Back to the Roots featuring Common. There you go, Marlo. Look at Marlo. Marlo stunting on us. That's
Marlo right. Towers.
Yeah. Welcome to the show.
Welcome to the show.
Welcome to the show, Mike. Welcome to the show, Mike.
Yeah. Where are Marlo Towers? I see the photo of some towers right there. Yeah. Let me see what Dave Jack said. I'm already knowing. Oh, okay. Cool. So damn, only 2 people knew what it was, huh? All right. You know where the hip hop heads at. H Money, where you at?
Oh, H Money didn't want to be, man. Oh, Deacon 305 does. What's up,
man? Deacon?
What's up, Deacon?
What's good? The two biggest stars in the business, DB and Fred. What's good, family?
I don't know. You better say my name first, though. If you want me to hang up on you, better say my name first.
Goddamn. So you gonna sun me? You gonna sun me like this, Sir, Mr. Fred? I'm saying, okay, Fred and DB. That sound better.
Either way. Nah, you can go either way. You know, put it out better. Put DB first.
I got love for both of y'all just the same. It's even Steven.
Right on. You know, man. Love you back, bro.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Yeah. Hey, I want to change the subject and talk about. Did you see the post that I sent to you guys? Floyd saying that he's looking forward to training Tyson soon.
No, AJ.
I mean, you know what I meant to say. AJ, I'm sorry. I apologize. You know, I'm still kind of woozy. Yeah, what you think about that? What you guys think about that?
I think that Floyd Mayweather will do and say whatever he can to be or stay relevant. Right. So whenever something big is going to happen, Floyd wants to either be a part of it or he wants to be bigger than that. So he always wants to stunt boxing to keep his name as, like, you know, as the hot topic. And it's not the first time, and it won't be the last time, and he'll continue to do it. He doesn't care about training AJ. It's about his name being in, you know, written in bright lights and letters.
Yeah,
you got about 15 fighters in Las Vegas that could use his help. How about that? You know, I mean, he trying to outrun the sun. You know what I mean? Can't happen. Time's up, buddy. Time's up. You know?
First thing went to my mind, that conversation when we had Wilder in the shop, and somebody asked him a question, what do you think about letting Floyd train him? Because Floyd had mentioned it. And he said, man, that man ain't got no love for me like that. Why would I, you know what I'm saying? So that's the first thing that came to my mind, you know. Just the guy, you know, I'm not judging him. I'm just saying his character, he had the characteristics of a snake to me. You know, he just won't let no one shine but himself. Forget the shine. It's just, I think DB summed it up really. He just has to have that limelight. You know, he got young guys in his stable. They can't even get their proper shine because he want to be all in the camera, all on the mic, all in the way. You know what I mean? How these guys gonna get what? It's like he's afraid for someone to break his record or to do better than him. you know what I'm saying? Even if these guys might not never make it to that plateau, right? But they still can generate some love. You know what I'm saying? If he allowed them to spread their wings. It's like the way Floyd and Leonard Ellerbe, the way they carry on, they almost make you dislike the fighters. Just the way they act. And when you really look at it, it's not really the fighters, it's who's controlling them. Am I wrong?
You're right, sir.
Yeah, man, it's just, it get frustrating to see it, man. Just let these guys, man, have they shine, man. And matter of fact, Tank can be matched up with good fighters. And I think I don't know if it was you, DB, or somebody said it, and I thought about it. It was correct. I don't know who said it, but it was like he just want Tank to follow his steps and just fight Mexican fighters. He's gonna avoid all real competition. And he's just gonna take that blueprint, even the way he bring him out, the way he dress him. You know what I'm saying? This man has to have his own identity, man. Let him be himself. Then we can get the true Tank if you allow him to be himself. Let us win, lose, or draw. Let us see what he got.
Yep.
You know, it's just crazy, man. You know.
Yeah, only time will reveal, man. You know, hopefully the DMV comes out of Tank. You know, hopefully that BMO, that Maryland area come out of and have him say publicly that he wants to fight somebody, and he has to say, you know, Floyd is the one that is not allowing the fight to happen. You know, he needs to say, I want to fight Shakur later. He needs to say he wants to fight Devin, but he needs to say it in front of the cameras. It needs to come out of his mouth. And then after, you know, a few weeks pass by, he say, well, my promoter and my management doesn't want that for me, but I want the fight.
Right. That's right. Yeah. You know, he'll get a little more respect. You know what I'm saying? You know, it ain't what you do, it's how you do it, man. Hey, man, you grown with kids, bro. Don't let nobody son you like that. It's cool that he's promoting you and everything, but you got to have a say, man, because at the end of the day, he's working for you. But he's so overshadowed by Floyd, he don't understand that Floyd is working for him. You know what I'm saying? You know, I mean, come on, man. He got to allow the kid to do the right thing. And I want to see him fight Devin. I want to see him fight Shakur, because all these under the table talks about what you did in sparring, who got the better. Hey, listen, because you talk real grimy when certain people's talking to you, but when those young men get to talking, I don't hear all that barking from you. You'll jump on certain guys with the social media thing, but these guys say something about how they handled you in sparring, there's no feedback. And I want to see Charlo get with Benavidez, because I really thought they were about that life. Now here it is, you seem to be ducking this man. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I done became a fan of this kid. Because the way that kid handling himself, man, he ain't running from no fade. He running straight at him, and they seem to don't want that problem.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna say something that might sound weird, but I believe, not 100%, I believe that the little Charlo actually want to see that, because guess what? He want to be back on, because he's really kind of hot about having that loss, even though he redeemed himself and his brother got that oath still on him. He wouldn't mind seeing him lose. You know what I'm saying? Get back even Steven. I don't know, man, because they got a weird relationship to me. That's what made me think like that. You know what I'm saying? The way they go at each other on social media is kind of crazy, but you know, it is what it is. You know, but I would love to see Benavidez get in there with Jamal, man. You know, and then the winner, like I said, take on Canelo. And I believe Jamal got what it takes to beat Canelo. But hey, you know what I'm saying? You got to be able to walk through Benavidez to get there.
Yeah. I think Benavidez is a tougher fight for him than Canelo is. I think he's
That's
got
right.
to be able to beat Canelo, but I
That's
think
right.
he has just bring something different to the table. You know, especially with his height, his reach. You
Yes.
know,
Yes.
yeah, I just think he brings not necessarily more tools, but just stylistically, it's a tougher matchup.
It is. It is. And I think he knows that. That's why he really not trying to engage that young man. And you know what I'm saying? But, you know, hey, man, you dare to be great, man. You know what I'm saying? You got to, hey, listen, you might got what it takes to beat the man. You know what I'm saying? But you ain't going to find out sitting on the sideline talking about taking corona a test and all this nonsense, you know, vaccine. And you know what I'm saying? I doubt like hell if he went and got a vaccine shot. You understand? Well, would you want that man to go get it? Come on, man. Hey, man, I appreciate y'all for letting me get off, man. I appreciate it. You know what I'm saying?
Ladies and gentlemen, Deacon 305.
Appreciate it. Love y'all, man. I get back. Yeah, yes, sir. All right.
Appreciate you. What's up, Kyle?
What's going on, Big Fred? What's happening?
Phil.
Man.
What up, Kyle?
DB, what's up with it, man? Man, it was good to hear.
Oh, man, slow motion in the ocean.
My bad, I mean to cut you off. DB, go ahead.
Oh, I was just saying slow motion in the ocean, man, trying to get a promotion. You know the notion.
Oh, man, you know you're in the right place at the right time, man, with the right person. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. What you got?
Oh, man, you know, I'm just coming over here just to show my love and support to my homies, man. You know what I'm saying? Another great interview. Patty Dean does it again, man. I'm looking forward to this week, man, to seeing what you got going on, man. Hey, Fred, if you can get me on at exactly 12 a.m. tonight, that'd be fantastic. I'll be working at 4 a.m. So if you kind of work me calling in a favor, man. You know?
Nigga walked in my kitchen and told me what to cook. Nigga. Nigga walked in my kitchen and said he want a steak. Nigga.
Man.
Hey, did you get your sign, man, or what, man? What's going on?
Did I what?
Did you get your sign, or do I need to contact them?
Oh, I'm gonna go tomorrow. I'm gonna go by the.
Right.
I told her to look out for it. Yeah.
Okay.
It should be there. It should be there. I told her to look out for it. Yeah.
Let me know so I can, you know what I'm saying, I can hit them so I can see what's going on with it. So, yeah, man.
Kyle, real quick about what Deacon 305 asked. Which fight do you think is a tougher fight for Jamal? You think Canelo or David Benavidez?
Yes, man. Come on. Benavidez he's a problem, man. That sucker there, boy. I mean, he just keep coming, man. You know, when I seen what he did to Anthony Jarrell, and ain't nobody done that to Anthony Jarrell since then. You gotta, man, take your hat off, man. You see what he did to Ronald Ellis. He ain't never been stopped before.
Right. True.
Man, David Benavidez beat the brakes off of him, boy.
Yeah, that guy got to go back down to 160.
I mean, but Fred, the only person you probably can't beat at 168, you know what I'm saying, is probably Benavidez, you know what I'm saying? And, you know what I'm saying? Because he can fight, man. The man can fight. You know what I'm saying? I'm not putting my homeboy Steven Nelson, I ain't putting him in there because he hurt. You know what I'm saying? But he'll be back, man. Hoping for a speedy recovery for my guy, man. You know what I mean? But yeah, man. Dude can fight though. He was fighting, but Benavidez was just too much, man. You know what I'm saying? He just kept coming, man. Pause. But he just walked him down. Me and my homeboy somebody the other day, he just walked him down and just two-piece, bang, bang. Man, I don't know, man. The more I see David Benavidez, I'm kind of worried about the Caleb Plant fight. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how that fight gonna play out. What you think, DB?
I think David Benavidez, man. I mean, him and Caleb Plant. I think he beats Caleb Plant. I think him and Jamal is probably the toughest and the most action-filled fight, more than Canelo. Canelo has the name and these weird fans behind him, but I think that I think Jamal may even have what it takes to beat. I don't know. Fuck, I don't know, man. I don't know. These dudes got to get in the ring, man. I don't even know. I can't even guess. Can't even guess. I need to see at least one of the four of those. Two of the four of those guys fight each other. And then I may be able to tell. So Plant, Benavidez, Charlo, Canelo. Somebody, any one of those guys get in the ring and fight each other, and I'll be able to make my, have some better judgment and make an assessment. But yeah, these dudes are all going in 4 different directions.
I don't think you're going to unify at 168 neither. I think he'll retire before he fight David Benavidez.
Yeah, Big Dog Willie said Benavidez beats Charlo.
I have him a favorite over Charlo right now. Even though Charlo has a good style to beat him, I think he's just showing. He already showed some kinks in the armor with doubt.
Yeah, Ajuan the Great said Caleb Plant is a coward. Canelo gave him 8 weeks to train, and Plant turned it down. Yeah, kind of argue with that.
Man, people gotta, man. With TBA, man. Go tell him to hang out with TBA, man. But I tell you what though. I'm looking forward to this weekend. Maurice Hooker versus Virgil Ortiz. I got Maurice Hooker. I think Maurice Hooker gonna shock the world, man. A lot of people got him as the underdog, but he got the right team around him, and I think he's gonna shock the world, man. I think he's gonna prove something because he ain't no slouch. You know what I'm saying? He only lost 1 fight, and that was to Jose Ramirez. And like I tell people all the time, off wax, we had a conversation, and he had a lot going on during that time. So I think he's focused. He's in the right camp. He's in the right situation. In the right situation, I think he's gonna show and prove, man. I think that he's gonna use that jab. He's gonna utilize it well, and I think he's got better defense now. And I think. Oh, and also, man, can we please talk, man? I'm on the show tonight, man. We talking about Floyd Mayweather and his clout chasing abilities. The fact that he is able to clout chase at an all-time high and be successful at it. I mean, this shit's ridiculous, man.
How he want to go ask for Floyd? Didn't he say FD Joshua? That's funny. And he got 15 starving fighters in Vegas.
Hey, I'll raise you one, Fred. Let me raise you one real quick.
Okay.
You said this probably about 6 months ago.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? The great philosopher, Frederick S. Hawthorne, he's always giving us this. He always dropping these gems. And if you're a member of the show like I am, and you kind of watch the show like I do, you remember these gems. He told y'all 6 months ago, probably 5. He told y'all Floyd Mayweather has been hoodwinked, bamboozled out of the PBC. Al Heyman has pushed him alongside because there's no way on God's green earth you're a part of something and then you go and you back the biggest fighter's biggest rival. So and we say like, oh, he went to the app. It's all adding up, man. Let's give a round of applause to my dog Fred because he told us this months ago, and it's only coming to fruition even more. God damn it, hey Fred, I'm gonna tell you like it is, man. Not how it should, you know what I'm saying? Not how they want it to be. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna tell you how it is. And the man is full of shit. I love the guy. Look, he on my wall. You know what I'm saying? I love the guy. You know what I'm saying? But he full of shit. You know what I'm saying? In the words of the great philosopher, Frederick Hawthorne, you got to call a spade a spade. You know what I'm saying? And my man be on some bullshit. You know what I'm saying? The man be on some bullshit. You feel me? At least he's going for the black guy this time. You know what I'm saying? At least he's doing that. You know what I'm saying? But I think, man, it's just all it's all smoke and mirrors. It's all a way for him to get that notoriety again. You know what I'm saying? But my thing is this, man. he got a lot of great fighters that he could be doing a lot better promotion with. And I'm gonna be honest with you. Fred. He ain't gonna have Tank too much longer. Because Al Heyman is Tank's advisor. Floyd is just his promoter. So let's keep that in mind. You know what I'm saying? Keep that in mind. So let's keep that in mind. You know what I'm saying? But he's got a great fighter, man. I think he's great. I like him a lot. Richard Hitchens, I like him. I think he's gonna be a good fighter. I think he's gonna be good.
Keep that in mind. Keep that in mind.
Huh?
Keep that in mind.
Yeah, I think he's gonna be good. But he's fucking up, man. He's fucking up big time. You know what I'm saying? He had a chance to get Shakur Stevenson. Fuck that off. Had a chance to do a partnership with Devin Haney. Fuck that off. You know what I'm saying? Say what you want about Eddie Hearn. You know what I'm saying? About being a crook, being full of shit, the whole nine. But he's getting all the young fighters. He's getting them all, bro. He's getting the brightest star, the young brightest stars. He's got them. From Keyshawn Davis to Devin Haney. You know what I'm saying? Although my boy Raymond Ford lost, Raymond Ford is a shining star in the young. He's young, but I mean, if you know him, he think he lost. But yeah, man, he got young stars, and all these guys are young, Fred. Like these guys are super young, and they got a lot of time to develop into being stars, and he's paying these guys. You can say he overpaying them all you want, whatever, but I'd rather be overpaid than underpaid. You know what I'm saying? And that's the facts of the matter. So he can't get Boo Andre a fight, but hell, shit, he getting everybody else some money. That's a damn shame, though, right? You go over there and he got all the 160 pounders, and you couldn't get nobody. I mean, you couldn't get a damn soul, man. You know what I'm saying? Like Charlo, he can't complain because he didn't go over there, right? But Andre, you over there, bro. You can't get a fight. So I don't know if it's his pride or what, but yeah, man. But I think Floyd, I think he fumbled this. But you can feel free to elaborate on that, man. I'm going live after Fred. Hopefully he cooks his dinner, cooks his steak. You know what I'm saying? By 12 a.m. All right, y'all. Remember, holla at y'all. Hey, Fred, keep your foot on these niggas' necks, man, and keep being first. You know what I'm saying? Keep being first. You know what I'm saying?
If you keep talking, I can't end the show by midnight.
I'm out.
All right, peace. Damn. Hey, and to elaborate, hey, can I get my Al Heyman intro, DB? Can I get
Grandma? There go Fred hating on Al again.
How he structured his business, he can't get the young fighters. And you say, how, Fred? He doesn't have a recruiter.
How, Fred?
He doesn't have a recruiter. Who's going to go get these young fighters? Al is a micromanager. And I wrote this down today, and I thought it was too soon to drop this video because I had posted on Instagram today and we talked today. So I'm gonna wait till next week to talk about this, probably, or maybe Friday when I don't have a show. But the app, and I was a part of this team too in the beginning, fighting on the app. Nah, I want to watch it on TV. But at that time, I had never used it. I've used a smart TV, but I've never used a smart TV through an app. And that was what, 4 years ago? 3 years ago? Somewhere in there. And so I never watch YouTube on TV. You know, I always watch it on my phone because I'm always moving. And I didn't know that you can just, you had to have a new phone, but it was on TV. But his structure and the freedom, the non-censorship and the abundance of creativity is on the app. Censorship and lack of creativity is on Fox. And the lack of leadership, visible leadership, is the problem that is a major problem that PBC has. And I can't see them having that in the foreseeable future, because Al Heyman is such a micromanager, and you can tell he's a micromanager just how fighters don't know when they're fighting. You know, like how does a trainer and fighter not know when they're fighting? And you can say don't announce it yet because we're gonna do a big press conference, but fighters are training without dates right now. And
listen,
go ahead.
that same thing happens in the UFC. Dana White has dates. Like, he has dates that he bought out Madison Square Garden. He's got dates where they rent out the Staples Center, whatever. And at the end of a press conference, no matter what fight it is, you'll see Kevin Holland get this victory today. I mean, this coming Saturday over Derek Brunson. And they're going to ask Dana White when it's over, so what's next? And he'll go, I don't know. I'm going to go back and talk to my team. He knows what the fuck is going on. Al knows what the hell is going on, and the fighters do. Because guess what? I've been there with my coaches and teammates and other dudes who fight, and we know, well, not everybody, but they'll tell, 3 or 4 people who ain't going to say shit. You can't say nothing. They'll be like, yeah, this is the fight. I'm going to be fighting such and such. But don't say anything. I don't know if it's because they may want to change the event. They may want to push the date back. They may want to change the opponent. I don't know what the reason is, but that's always something that they do. And it's not an Al Heyman thing. That's a promoter, and that's a promoter thing.
I would disagree, because 261 is already set for September. And
yeah, but no, it's not actually. They changed the card.
Okay.
They changed the card. They were going to do the Ultimate Fighter show, and it was going to be the same 2 guys, but they changed it. Now they're not going to do the show, and they're not going to fight in Vegas. They're going to fight next month in Florida.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but the point I'm making is that there's a schedule, or a tentative schedule. I think, I mean, it's not hard to plan 3 months in advance. Like, we don't even know where Chris Arreola is fighting, and Andy Ruiz. Somebody help me. I know it's 2. I don't know if they're fighting in LA. Well, it got to be in front of fans now, right? So it's probably Texas or Florida, but fans can't buy the tickets. They don't know where they're fighting. Just over 30 days out. So I think the bigger picture is, when you have that amount of talent, and you have, I think PBC has the biggest fan base. I would say they do. You can't tell fans, I'm giving you 30 days to save your money and travel.
And the biggest haters.
Say it again.
They have the biggest fan base, and they also have the most haters.
Yeah, they have but their reach is so vast, though, because they have so much talent. And I think that they got to put a schedule together. I mean, they did it a few years ago, and it was extraordinary. I loved it.
Schedule coming, Fred. I just told you 2 days ago that they're going to come out with the schedule. I just sent you the.
Well, that was just a media guy. We haven't heard from PBC. We haven't heard from PBC. I know,
but that's not going to be enough. If they came out today and said that, hey, we're going to drop our schedule at the end of the quarter, that still wouldn't be enough for you. Tomorrow you'd be on here talking shit again.
No. I would talk about the schedule. I'm saying this. If you got to have
Al Heyman came out tonight and did a press conference and said he's going to drop a schedule in 4 days from now, would Fred still be hating on Al Heyman tomorrow? Press 1.
I don't consider it hating. I consider it accountability. There's a lack of accountability. Al Heyman is not doing his part. Who's in charge of media relations? What's going on in PBC? What's the schedule? What's the time slots that you have? We don't even know the time slots that they have for Fox. The time slots is already allocated. May 1st, May 18th, June 1st. What are the time slots? Like at the end of the day, I enjoy being this person. So I'm glad y'all called me a hater because that means y'all paying attention. I'll say this. What's the purpose of running a business if you're not cultivating your fan base? What's the point if you're not cultivating your customer? What's the point? Y'all like being used and manipulated and abused. I'm gonna tell you one thing. Canelo has a fight May 8th. Jose Ramirez is fighting May 22nd. You know why? Because they got to sell the tickets. You know why? Because everybody's not millionaires. Everybody is not working for themselves. They don't just take time off. You're talking about guys who are just y'all live and breathe boxing.
You're talking. Don't talk about the anomalies. Don't use that for Canelo or for.
That's not an anomaly. Jose Ramirez is not an anomaly. What are you talking about?
No. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying you can't use Canelo and you can't use Manny Pacquiao. Those are anomalies.
I don't get what you're saying. I'm saying this. The point I'm saying is that Teofimo has a date June 6th. Ramirez has a date May 22nd. Somebody has a date April 17th on ESPN. I saw it. I forget who it is. You got to start filling in these dates, guys. Like, I don't care what you call me. I'm just saying it's this. It's just y'all got to be accountable. Y'all just sitting here because y'all see a black face. Y'all think y'all should give them 10 chances. No, the same.
No,
that is true. That is true.
Does Golden Boy have a schedule out? Yes or no?
Golden Boy has no talent.
I don't know. I don't care. Does Golden Boy have a schedule out?
They have no talent. Golden Boy has a fight this weekend.
But that's not the question. Does Golden Boy have a schedule out? Yes or no?
I'm not interested in Golden Boy. It doesn't matter
what the talent is. They have fighters. They have fighters.
No. I'm not interested in Golden Boy because they don't have talent.
Direct question. Is Golden Boy is Oscar De La Hoya and Golden Boy, is that a promotional company? Yes or no?
Yes, that's a and so is About Billions.
I'm getting there. I'm getting there.
No, because that's such a reach. Like, that makes no sense. Virgil Ortiz is fighting this weekend. So I don't know what you're talking about. The point I'm saying is PBC has 200 fighters. Bob Arum has 75 fighters. I don't know, 100 fighters. DAZN. Those are the three major players in boxing. They have the most talent in which we're interested in. There is no dates. So, I mean, I don't give a damn about Golden Boy. We've never even talked about a Golden Boy schedule.
No. You missing the point. I was going there. Okay. I will get to all of them. I will get to Frank Warren. I'll get to Kathy Duva. I'll get to all of them.
My point was, is Golden Boy a promotional company? Yes.
I was just starting with Golden Boy, but
yes.
I would get to Eddie Hearn. I'd get to Uncle Bob Arum. I'd get to all those guys.
Okay.
The point is, do they all have schedules out? See, if I say it all, this is broad, and you can go, I don't know. So I'd ask one by one, whose schedule do you have that you know? Pull it up on there and let us all look at it. Who's got a schedule out? And the reason why when you hear somebody say you're hating on Al, they're saying because you're only saying Al and you're not saying Bob.
He got all the fighters. He got all the fighters. When you have close to 300 fighters, and he has all the black fighters, many of the black fighters in which I want to see fight, and they don't have dates. Shakur Stevenson don't have a date. I'm gonna ask Bob about that when he comes in. Shakur don't have a date. Not that I care anymore. I mean, he can go on the Canelo train. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, y'all niggas just like being used and abused. Used and abused. Y'all enjoy that shit. And y'all so used to it. When PBC was going good, we loved them. We rooted for them. But when things go bad, y'all afraid to talk about them. I don't know what the hell is going on. They ain't made no press conference. We don't know. They ain't sent out a press release. How the fuck we supposed to know who's fighting? J-Rock post have that. I'm sorry.
Where's Teofimo fighting?
Who?
Where's Teofimo gonna fight?
He has a date, June 6th.
And where is he going to fight?
I don't know. I don't know where he's fighting.
But you just said a second ago, everybody's not millionaires. Everybody can't just up and go. So a person's got to make reservations and all of that stuff, right? According to you, I'm using your words.
Yes, but at least you have the date. You have the date. I mean, there's plenty of you're in a protection clause right now. We're in March. This is March. This is March 15th, right? Today's March 16th. We're talking about June 6th. That's 2.5 months. Maybe they having the press conference tomorrow, but I know there is a date for Teofimo Lopez. So if you're a Teofimo Lopez fan, it's in Miami already. It is in Miami. You're right. They said that last week. Thank you. But the point I'm making is, Teofimo Lopez is fighting June 6th. So what's Teofimo Lopez fans are going to do? They're going to circle June 6th, and they're going to make their way to go there. Why you think Floyd Mayweather said in September, I see y'all in May? Everyone planned around. As soon as I got home, I always bought my hotel room for $59 for Cinco de Mayo weekend. As soon as I touched down, I never waited because I knew I can get those rooms for $59, $49, 8 months in advance. And that's the point that I'm making. If you got 200 fighters and they're not fighting, y'all just sit here and say it's cool. Why don't you hold them to the same standards in which I held Bob Arum to, which I held Eddie Hearn to? Nobody else did. Nobody else got an interview with Eddie Hearn. Nobody else got an interview with Bob Arum like I've done. And y'all niggas just sitting there and say, it's okay, Al can do what he want to do because he's black. No, nigga, you got a job to do. You got a job to put these fighters in the fucking ring. And you know another thing you got to do? You got to keep your fight fans informed. You know, when I buy a stock, every 3 months we have a meeting online. Every 3 months, every quarter, I have a meeting with every stock I've ever purchased. And we're talking about billionaires. We're talking about Apple. We're talking about Ford. We're talking about whatever the case may be. Y'all just sit here on your hands and just say, oh, Al can do what he want to do. These fighters are fucking starving right now. These fighters are fucking starving. All these fucking undercard fighters that Al have, they're starving right now. And y'all sitting there like, oh, it's okay for Al to do what he want to do. No, nigga. You can't just do that. And I would say the same thing to Eddie, and it's on record. I did it to Eddie Hearn. I did it to Bob Arum, and I'll do it to and I went on my own fucking money and went to go get Eddie Hearn. I went on my own money to go get Oscar De La Hoya on my own fucking money. Nobody's ever done that shit. Go to their channel. They ain't did it. I would do the same thing to all of them. Be a fucking fan. Al Heyman don't give a fuck that you black. He don't care. All his job is to make money. He's an ally of Fox. He ain't an ally of Black Lives Matter. If he was, we would have a fucking Juneteenth fight. If he was, we would have had a fight on Martin Luther King holiday. So y'all niggas got to stop falling for this shit. And it's okay. Y'all can do what you want to do. Y'all can say what you want to say. But these undercard fighters are starving right now. Errol Spence, Deontay Wilder, the Chargos, they living their best life. But these undercard fighters are starving right now. And I know they are. I know they are. Because I talk to them on a weekly, monthly basis. Through DMs, through texts. When you fighting? I don't know. If a fighter ain't fought in a year and he all he got is a high school degree, based off of what we know about America, what he gonna do? Okay. So everybody that let me finish my last point. So I'm gonna wrap it up with this. Everybody that you say, oh, I'm just picking on Al, y'all didn't say that shit when I spent close to $2,000 just to go interview Eddie Hearn. That I burnt the plane ticket to go to DC to go to Tank Day. I burnt the $300 ticket. Y'all don't know that shit. I spent my own money. I spent my own money. My own money just to go interview Eddie Hearn, just to go get that reaction from Eddie Hearn.
So Carleon Mello said they told you that they're starving because of Al?
They starving because they don't have fight dates. They need to fight. When you haven't worked in a year, what are you supposed to do? You got a high school degree. What are you supposed to do? What are you supposed to do?
Stop chasing the biggest bag and say yes to fights. So quit trying to either get a title shot or the biggest name in boxing, and take fights with guys that are ranked in the top 15. So if you're ranked number 6 and they give you a number 9 fighter, fight them and get your check. And then if you don't sustain any injuries or have any damage or have any medical suspensions in 2 or 3 months, or shit, even the next month, I think they give you 30-day suspension, 30 or 90 days. But in 90 days, they should be fighting again. That's what they should do.
Well, where's the fight cards? Where's the fight cards for them to say yes to?
Well,
when's the next PBC card? Do you know?
Yeah, it's on April 27th.
Good. April 24th, I think. Yeah.
April 24th.
Yeah, that's a month from now. And you got 200 fighters.
Yeah.
What are you going to do?
Yep. C. Jones, 224, he said, when I'm broke, I go to work.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not saying that they don't, but god damn, this is a sport, y'all. This is a sport. We're supposed to be entertained by these guys. They're supposed to have fight dates. Yeah, Fortuna's gonna fight 4 times during COVID. Yeah. Oh, that's by coincidence, huh? 4 times? That's a coincidence. 3 pay-per-views? That's a coincidence. I know. Y'all keep on drinking I know Jim Jones. Jim Jones got a seat for y'all. Jim Jones got a bed for y'all over there in somewhere, wherever country he was in. He got a seat for y'all.
Not Harlem World, Jim Jones, the David Koresh cousin.
Yeah, David Koresh. Yeah, whoever he is. Yeah, David Koresh. So all them guys, I don't know. It's been some time.
Yeah. The Kool-Aid.
Yeah, the Kool-Aid. Yeah, the Kool-Aid. It was somebody in Texas. Who was the guy in Texas?
That was David Koresh.
David Koresh. Okay, cool.
David Koresh was in Texas, in Waco, and Jim Jones was in, I think, Johannesburg.
I'm not falling for it. I'm not falling. If Al was doing a great job, Al had a great run from 2015 to 2019. I was on planes, trains, and automobiles having a great time. That's all I want to do is go to a fight. When is Jamal Charlo fighting? He fought in September on pay-per-view with no fans. So that means he's capable of fighting again. And it's March and he doesn't have a date.
So when Caleb Plant was offered the Canelo fight, Caleb Plant is PBC, right?
Yeah, that was PBC.
So he turned down the fight where he had basically almost a full training camp and the biggest payday that he's ever gonna get, and he turned that down. That's on him. That's not Al's fault.
No, but then he was rewarded with the January date. So what are you saying? So that
no, but you're talking about fight dates, or you talking about guys starting? And those are 2 different things.
No, you're talking about one fighter. You're talking about one fighter. Let me read.
No, I'm just going through one at a time.
No, y'all want to protect Al, and that's okay. Protect Al. I'll be the lone rider. That's right. Fred, what you aren't getting is Al Heyman business model is better for the fighter. The system can be fixed, but it's better way than Bob Arum's system. Tell me how it's better. I'm interested to know how is it better? How is it better? Right now in 2021, how is it better?
Call in, Big Dog Willie.
Yeah, let me open up the second phone line. How is it better in 2021? This is a COVID era, right? Is that we on? This is COVID era. How is it better? Feel free to explain it to me. That's a broad brush. Break it down. Jamal Charlo and Jamel Charlo gonna fight once this year. Tank Davis is gonna fight once this year. Is that right? Is that right for fans? I mean, one second.
Jamel is a little bit different.
No, it's not a little bit different because it's not a little bit different. He could have fought.
Jamel's is a little different from Jamal because Jamel was waiting on the results from the damn, I can't think of those Castano and Teixeira fight. So, I mean, could he have taken another fight in the interim time? Yeah, he could have. He could have fought Arizlandi Lara. He could have fought somebody else.
Same thing. Well, you gotta be consistent because you just told Caleb Plant not to wait for Canelo. So why not Charlo?
I'm just answering your question. That was not my suggestion. I was answering your question.
Okay.
But
We got a call.
Line? What's your name, caller?
Oh, go ahead.
Peace. What up, Fred?
Hey,
what up, BB?
What's up, Brandon? How you doing, brother Washington?
I'm good, man. I'm trying to get Fred to unblock me in the chat. He don't want to see me typing about leaving Al alone in the chat. That's why he keeps. That's why Fred got me blocked. Fred, you know how this gonna go for me. You know how this goes for us. I try to stay consistent. I think that you have bias against PBC and Al Heyman, and I will explain why. The reason that I say that is because, like DB was trying to explain to you, you said that Al Heyman got all the fighters, right? Or all the fighters that you want to see. Do you want to see any fighters on Top Rank or all the other promotional companies? If so, why don't you bang them as hard? When is Terrence Crawford's date? When is all the other people on? Let's look at Top Rank. You know exactly. You just named how many fighters Al Heyman got. How many fighters do Bob Arum got? Do you know? And when are they fight dates? And why come they don't have fight dates? And why come they not in arenas? And why come they not here? And why come they not there? I think that you being biased because you have more access to Bob Arum, so you don't have the access to Al Heyman, so it's easy for you to tear him down. And not only that, him as a black man, it's easy for us to talk about each other because I've been listening to you since you had 2 or 3 subscribers. I ain't never heard you bang on Bob Arum like this. Bob Arum sit and tears down black fighters all the time, anytime you get a chance. And I didn't see you bang on Bob. Next time you talk to Bob, I want you to ask Bob, or could you ask Bob, why have you been tearing down these millennials? You tore down Floyd Mayweather. He tore down Al Heyman. He said Al Heyman was in the sport overpaying people. Why don't you discuss that? Why don't you discuss? Have you ever asked Bob Arum why did he sue Al Heyman?
1,000 times. 1,000 times.
Okay, I'm just asking for.
No, because you're telling me what I already done. So you need no. You're not asking. You were making a declarative statement saying I haven't done it. You obviously ain't heard my Terrence Crawford videos. How many No, you're wasting your time. You're wasting your time.
Okay,
you're wasting your time. I always for fucking 10 years. I've cursed Bob out on camera. Go watch the interviews. I've cursed Bob out. What other media member have cursed Bob out? I'm probably the only one you've ever heard curse him out. But you got to go back and watch the videos. Y'all wasn't mad when I cursed out Eddie Hearn. Y'all loved that shit. Y'all loved it.
No.
I know.
What I love is that you try to be a little more less biased. If you like DB, I respect DB because he admits his bias. I think that we all see your bias and you just won't admit it. I believe everything you said that you go ahead, Fred.
Oh, go ahead and talk.
I think that you won't admit your bias, and it's okay because we all can see it. But damn, Fred, it's like every other word. It's like every video. You just put out a video saying Sean Porter got Al Heyman problems. How you know? How do you know? You don't know what's the background with these fighters. You only know what you've been told. And you don't know enough because you haven't talked to the man who runs PBC himself. Only thing you could do is go on speculation and what somebody's opinion is. So I don't think it's fair for you to sit and bang on PBC because they don't have a schedule, but no prominent promoter on earth has a fucking schedule out. I just don't think it's fair. No promoter nowhere. Showtime doesn't have ESPN don't have a fucking boxing schedule out. A whole entire boxing schedule for the rest of the year. I think that you're being unrealistic and biased. But as usual, you make good points. So I just think you're just being a little, like I always say, I just think you're being a little biased. But that's my view, Fred. Thank you for letting me get that out. And
appreciate you.
See, keep fighting a good fight, BB. Peace, Fred. Shout out to the third.
Shout out to the third.
Shout out to the third shift. Anybody else want to call in? Let's go ahead and vent. I'm going to be right at the end of the day, so I don't give a fuck what you say. I'm going to be right.
You were born that way.
I'm right. I'm going to be right. I know I'm going to be right because I talk to the fighters. And I know I'm going to get 5 DMs in the morning from fighters that watch this show. Fred, you're right, man. It's fucked up. I'm only fighting once a year. But they don't say it publicly. So I don't give a fuck what you say.
But those fighters say that, hey, listen, I was offered to fight 3 different fights, but I didn't want to take those fights because the guys were ranked below me, or because that guy is what they call high risk, low reward. Will they tell you that too?
We don't know that information. I don't know that information.
Right. Yeah. Let me know the boxer that says that. I'll become his biggest fan.
I just say this. The facts are the facts. Do we have a PBC schedule till May? That's the facts. Do we? Can I say, you know what? I'm going to a fight May 13th to go see fighter A and fighter B from PBC. We don't have it. So stick to the facts. When I go to court, they said, did you fix the problem? I say yes or no. They say tenant, did you pay your rent? Yes or no. So the question is, do you know when Jamal Charlo, do you know when the Charlos are fighting? Do you know when Spence is fighting? Do you know when Tank is fighting? Do you know who else is? Do you know when Wilder's fighting? Do you know when whoever else is you consider A level? Caleb Plant's fighting. If you do, let me know so I can promote it. Don't compare truths. Like I said, y'all are addicted to narratives. Addicted to them. So addicted to them. I'm in the facts. I gotta sit and think, man, I want to go to a fight this summer. I'm like, damn, I how the fuck can I plan my summer? Y'all niggas just want to say, oh, let him do what he do. Oh, he doing what he doing. We haven't got a competitive fight on Fox and God knows how long. When was the last fight we've had on Fox? Competitive. I can't remember. So I just say this. Y'all just keep on accepting nothing or having no expectations or letting people walk through because you're giving them a melanated pass. And then say Eddie Hearn, Bob Arum, y'all gotta abide by the fighters. If Shakur Stevenson fight once a year, that's y'all cool with that, right? Y'all totally comfortable with that. I know y'all are. Y'all cool. Because if y'all cool with Shakur fighting once a year, you got to be cool with PBC fighters fighting once a year. You can't say Shakur got to fight 3 times and say it's okay for PBC fighters to fight once a year. Y'all niggas just emotional. Y'all love narratives. Y'all love saying Al Heyman is better than Eddie Hearn. Y'all love saying Bob Arum robs his fighters. I'll be honest. I thought Bob Arum took more money. He only takes 20%. We got the answers to the test that we've been waiting for years from. He only takes 20%. And y'all say, that's a lot. I say that's a good deal. When you start a fighter from 0 and you bring him up and you only take in 20%, and you can literally destroy the guy like they do in the music industry. They take 360%. They do 360 deals. If you do a commercial, they get a percentage. If you do this, they get a percentage. Bob only takes 20%. Al Heyman takes up to 15%, somewhere in there. That I've seen a contract where I've seen him take 15%. That's pretty interesting. I think that's fair. I'm not saying when you get older, when you put yourself in position to renegotiate your deal, you probably want it closer to 10%, but that's you learning the business along the way. So I just say, I'm not falling for the narratives. I'm not falling for give the guy time. No, I want fights. That's all I want as a fan, fights. I don't care about narratives. I don't care. Canelo's fighting 4 times this year. He ain't bringing in more money than Errol Spence. The numbers say Errol Spence sells more. So who should be fighting more? Earl Spence. I'm not saying whether he do or whether he doesn't want to fight. I want to see Earl Spence fight. But y'all are satisfied. Y'all are satisfied. The Charlos are going to fight once this year, and then we're going to get a whole year of capping. We're going to get a whole year of capping. And you know what y'all going to do? Y'all going to get on and press live and enjoy the narratives. And then y'all going to complain. How come the lightweights ain't fighting? No, y'all like narratives. Y'all love narratives. Tank gonna go fight another burrito, another taco guy, and y'all gonna be like, I'm buying it. I'm buying it. It's cool. I'm buying it. Y'all just gonna accept it. Why? Because it's an Al Heyman fighter. That's what y'all gonna say. If I get on here and complain, y'all gonna say, oh, it's cool. It's an Al Heyman fight. But you know what you're going to say on the other end? How come Lomachenko keep on fighting these guys that are smaller than him? You can say the same thing about Tank. Yeah, I ain't never said that. I ain't never seen none of y'all complain about Tank fighters. But me. But y'all complain about Lomachenko? Oh, he pulled up. Everybody he's beaten has been 126.
So did we not put pressure and talk shit about Jamal not wanting to accept the fight with David Benavidez? Did we not talk about Gary Russell Jr. Playing around with the paperwork with Devin Haney?
On this platform.
Right, but we did.
On this platform.
Yeah, but you said you said that we don't say that. You said that nobody
I'm talking about on other people's platforms. Y'all not gonna hold Tank accountable. Let him live. He young. He cool.
Who says that, Fred? I don't think that's the narrative here.
I've never seen no one critique Tank.
Fred, are you just talking and you're not looking at the chat? Not today. I mean, just in general, because that's not.
I'm talking about media members.
No, you keep moving the goalposts. You talk about one thing and then you start talking about something else.
I said on this channel,
tons of pressure. This chat has put tons of pressure on Jamal Charlo. This chat has put tons of pressure on Gary Russell Jr. This chat has put tons of pressure on Gervonta Davis. We even agreed together that we would not purchase Gervonta Davis' fight.
Yeah, I get that.
If we thought it can. So you you can't make a broad statement and like a blanket statement and just run with that. If you say something specific and not make it a definite, then okay. But you said you never hear that here, and that's not true. But Tank a star. Yeah, Phantom Brother said Tank.
I don't know why. I see y'all missed calls. I don't know why it's not coming through. Keep calling.
Was Reggie trying to call?
I saw Reggie. I saw a 256 number too. So
let's dial Reggie.
Yeah, keep on calling in.
Call in, Reg.
But y'all go to it's fights are ready in 2021. Fight is there's no excuse in 2021. There's no excuse you can make not to make these fights. And if Benavidez don't fight Charlo, y'all gonna say, oh, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It keeps on going to miss. I guess I'll just call him.
I'm sorry, but the person
Oh
you
shit!
called
Oh shit!
Mailbox that has not been.
Okay, good. All right, call back, man. I just called Reg. I didn't want to get his number out.
The person you just called at 3, 2, 3.
They keep on going to miss call.
5.
I don't know why.
Reg said call back again.
All right, cool.
Hello?
Yep.
Yeah, man. Oh, man.
What is
Fred,
Reg?
I can't believe it. What's happening, DB?
Oh, slow motion, bro.
Yeah, man. Let me get into this, Fred, man. This hate of Al Heyman is disgusting, man. And even for people even bring Al Heyman out there. So you're talking about schedule. I mean, Al Heyman can put on a great fight. You can watch a fight with 20 knockdowns in it. It can be Jamal Charlo versus or Jamel Charlo versus Errol Spence. And you would hate on it for the fact that it wasn't on the schedule. You'll find some reason to kind of diminish the type of performance they put on. But you speak about the schedule. What is the schedule with Top Rank? Top Rank doesn't want to put anything on. Top Rank don't even want to put fights on for.
They have a schedule. Top Rank has a schedule to the end of May. What are you talking about? Go to ESPN. Go to ESPN schedule.
No, tell me what's the schedule, because he didn't want to put on a fight for his own fighter who had to leave him.
Well, you got to go to ESPN.com to look at the schedule, man. That's all I can say. Just go to ESPN and look at the schedule.
But how sad? What does a schedule do for you? Then you have Better BF, who's barely coming back out, and then you have who else is out there? Tyson Fury, who sat on the shelf. That's considered one of his fighters. You got Shakur Stevenson, who he ain't doing nothing of trying to put in position to get a big fight. He's an Olympian, a successful Olympian. One of the highlights in the sport of boxing. Bob Arum doesn't do anything for any of these damn fighters but sit them down. And the minute these fighters go to try to work their position because Bob Arum ain't doing the most favorable thing for him, he has an issue with that. Bob Arum's disgusting. He doesn't even compare to anything Al Heyman's doing. And what's the purpose of putting on a schedule? Because the second you put a schedule out, it's going to conflict. These damn promotional companies got fights matching up with each other. You can't even watch a damn fight. Like, what's the point of a schedule? There's no point to a schedule. Just make the fights. And when the fights are announced, you hear about them. There's so many changes in the sport. With things opening up, why put a schedule out in case you change things shut down? You don't want to hedge that far ahead. When things are normal, you hedge ahead. PBC has put out schedules, but with this pandemic, it has caused you to slow things down. Same thing with Tank. Tank and them have to change the place of their venue. When a location opened up, they switched it, moved it over here. Errol Spence comes back. His state is open. Put it there. Like you got to just take them one fight at a time. And then you got fighters who you schedule something out. Someone catches COVID. That throws everything off. You got all these protocols. Like, you don't want to throw money at this stuff. Bob Arum can do things the way he operates, which ain't that great. Al Heyman can do the way he does things. And his fighters get paid. You don't hear all this bickering about what a fighter is making, what he's not. Maybe some of these other fighters who are looking to work their way up are looking to fight more. But Bob Arum ain't the choice in the sport. Neither is his son. Nothing's going to come from Top Rank. Top Rank is a place where fighters can start off early in their careers, get these lower tier fights. But I guarantee when Berlanga and them start moving up, they're going to have issues with Bob Arum. And you're going to have the same thing with Jared Anderson. When it's time for him to start moving up, he's going to have issues with Bob Arum. If Bob Arum is still around, but he'll have issues with the son-in-law that takes over the company. They're a defunct company. They don't know what they're doing. Bob Arum's sitting on, cachets of money that he's been raking in since the damn 60s. And he's doing it at the expense of these fighters. He ain't looking to make these fighters the best outcome for their damn lives. He doesn't give two shits about these damn fighters. It's about filling his pockets up so he can take care of the family. Now, you have this black man who has come in and he's really changed the whole mindset in which the way fighters go about not what they're doing in their active careers, but to also look towards the future and securing themselves. I mean, I can't knock it. It ain't about trying to defend Al Heyman because he's black. I overlook that. If he's a white dude doing what he's doing, I'll have to pay homage to it. I'll give respect where respect is due. But what Al Heyman has done is very profound to the sport. But who've been the people that hated on him? Because he's changed and he has forced these promoters to do right by fighters. Your buddy old pal has been that one. Bob Arum is nothing but a big-time snake to the sport. And the shit he tried to pull off with the young kid shows his foulness. And it shows the dysfunction with them. Even look at the white dudes in the sport now. They bickering right now because they're leaking out shit. It just shows the discussion. Now you got Eddie Hearn talking about, well, I ain't leaked that to that promoter. Frank Warren pissed off at him. Bob Arum pissed off. Bob Arum telling fans to shut the fuck up. Like, so why are the excuses and passes given to a scumbag like that? But that's my thoughts on that one. Al Heyman is a righteous dude in the sport. A schedule doesn't mean two bits of shit because fights are being made. Matter of fact, the sport of boxing, if fight fans really pay attention to it, there's been a lot of fights occurring. A lot. There's more than just these 2 and 3 stars that y'all see up here in the sport of boxing. It's a big time sport. And there's a lot of fights almost every other week since boxing has returned. But are you a fight fan? Are you a fanboy? That's the thing. But that's all I got. I'll catch you on the next one.
All right, appreciate it. All right, let me answer him. Let me answer.
Reggie was cooking.
No, that's just an emotional response. That's just an emotional pro Al Heyman response. Because you got to stick to facts, and I'm going to respond to his emotional plea. He says, "I'm going to complain. I didn't complain about David Benavidez. I came on here, was excited, and 2, I came on here at that 122-pound card. I never complained about that card neither. So when there's good fights, Fred calls it's a good fight. Now let me say this: if you go to when you guys are still stuck on narratives, you're saying Bob Arum is not good for the sport. That has nothing to do with Al Heyman. If you go to court and says, well, I'm not as bad as him. No, did you commit the crime, nigga? You want to use 1 bullet? You still doing 25 to life. Y'all still stay on topic. Y'all don't stay on topic when you call in. Just like Brandon, you still emotional responding to Bob Arum. Bob Arum is not a part of this conversation, y'all. I repeat, Bob Arum, if you guys want to get to the core of this conversation, the only person we are talking about is Al Heyman and scheduling fights. That's it. It has nothing to do with comparing and contrasting.
Where's the goal, Fred?
The goal is for the fights, but y'all are so emotional.
Where is the goal?
What mean, where is the goal? I don't understand what that means.
Where's the goal post? Where did you move it to?
I didn't move it to. You're still stuck on the narrative because y'all saying Fred is pro Bob Arum. Fred is this. It's not about Bob Arum or Eddie Hearn. It's about what Al Heyman isn't doing. That's all it is. It's about what he's not doing. And everyone can agree. Have you seen Charlo fight this year? Have you seen Tank fight this year? Have you seen Spence fight this year? You have not. The point, that's the whole point. Y'all are so emotional and stuck on a narrative. Bob Arum ain't done shit for fighters. Bob Arum ain't done this. That has nothing to do with Al Heyman. You're still comparing Bob Arum to Al Heyman. For what? Isolate the variable. Isolate the variable. You guys would be a terrible lawyer. You guys got to stay on the topic at hand. You guys are emotional. All you're coming in with emotional responses. You still haven't shown me, where's the top rank schedule? That's not what we're talking about. We're talking about a PBC schedule. Well, Johnny stole 2 cookies. I only stole 1. That's what you're saying. That's exactly what you guys are saying.
No, it's that you're saying that you're playing even and you're playing fair, and saying that you're not isolating Al from the rest of the promoters and management and whatnot. But you are.
No, I'm not. I'm not comparing them.
Minutes ago you said that they're all
because
the
I'm
same,
talking to y'all. No, because I'm talking to y'all. Y'all only understand narratives. Y'all don't understand facts. Where's the schedule? Who's fighting in March? Is PBC got fights? Do PBC got a fight in March coming up? We got 3 weeks left in March. Is there a fight in March? Or the first, second week of April? Or are we gonna wait 5 weeks? I'm asking.
Let me look at the schedule. March. No, it's not. No, it's not in March.
The next fight is April 24th.
Mm-hmm.
And what's the next fight after that? It's not scheduled. Imagine if you can buy an Apple computer at one store. There was only one Apple store in LA.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all stuck on narratives. I don't care. This conversation ain't about Bob Arum, because everything you guys ever wanted to ask Bob Arum, I asked him. I asked him, was he being disrespectful to Terrence Crawford? Who knows about? How did y'all know about the black writers? What's that thing that Cameron Duncan said? That's on this channel. Have you ever heard that before on anybody's other channel?
The MBF list.
Yeah, MBF. Have y'all heard that anywhere else, or just here?
No, sir.
Just here. Okay, then. Who asked the question? Who asked that question? Oh, you want to talk about race, huh? I want the truth. Why don't y'all go other places and find people go hard on Bob Arum? Go research their catalog. How about you do that?
But also asking Bob Arum questions is different from getting answers from Bob Arum.
I can't control him. No, you're asking things that's out of my control. You got to stay with.
Nobody, it was your fault that Bob wasn't answering the questions, but you're making it seem as if he's giving precision answers. Well, I mean, things gotta happen. Fred, and my grandmother was in town, and the sky was blue, and I like turtles, and certain things happen. But Crawford's a really nice guy. I love him.
I just say my job is to ask the question. I can't control his answer, and I've done my job. You guys have never ever come to this show and didn't say Fred didn't ask the question. I've never heard y'all say that ever a day in my life. Never a day in my life that I've been doing this show, you guys said, well, Fred didn't ask the question I was waiting for. I've never heard that a day in my life. Because I'm not afraid of no man. I'm not afraid to ask a man any questions. So because y'all are emotionally attached to Al Heyman, and you can be, you have every right to be. It's your life. I just want the fights. I'm passive aggressive with everybody because I got to make them feel comfortable. I always do that. I don't yell at my guests. You can go somewhere else, they'll yell at them. I don't yell at my guests. I push and pull their emotions. I do it all. Yeah, you're exactly right.
Did you see DJ's question?
Say it again.
Did you see DJ's question?
No, I missed it. What did he say?
He said, Fred, what do you want to see? Do you want to see Lara versus Harrison on Fox, or do you want to see big fights?
Lara versus Harrison. How are those questions together? Are those separate questions, or are you giving me an option? I don't understand the question.
Yeah, it's together.
Lara versus Harrison?
On Fox, or do you want to see big fights?
I want to see both.
Okay.
Why wouldn't I want to see both?
Yeah, you should want to see both. He should want to see both, DJ. I want to see both too.
I mean, if I was running PBC, I would at least stay 3 months ahead, 3 or 4 months ahead. I would. That's just common practice. Every fight is a surprise. And that's just, and if y'all disagree with that, y'all niggas are just, it's no hope for y'all. It's no hope. Who the hell doesn't want a schedule? How about the NBA didn't have a schedule?
Damn, that'd be crazy.
How about if the NFL didn't have a schedule?
That'd be wild.
I know you're pandering right now, but the point I'm saying is this: you guys are saying the NBA can do it, the NBA has to do it, the NFL has to do it, Bob Arum has to do it, Eddie Hearn has to do it, but Bob Arum don't have to do it. I don't get it. I'm just lost.
No, try again, AJ.
No, the phones are on. The phones are on. I don't know why. Let me redo this because it's not ringing. Here, I just reset the phone, so maybe it'll ring. It's not ringing on my end. It just says missed call. So It's on y'all. Y'all just sit and wait and then complain that the fights never happen.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Let me see. Let me see. Fred saying PBC bullshitting with the schedule. Meanwhile, Bob Arum and Eddie Hearn not giving us the fights we want to see either.
But at least y'all can call in and tell Bob he's not getting the fights you want. And it's funny how when you got Stockholm syndrome, you don't know you have Stockholm syndrome because perfect. Damn, finally got off. It just went through. Yeah, go ahead, 910. What's up?
Hey, what's good with you, Fred?
Hey, what you got?
Hey, man, I just want to start off by saying this, brother. Like, hey, I definitely agree with the standpoint where you're coming from, man. Like, just when it comes to like when it comes to your scheduling, like, I don't know if anybody remember when Deontay Wilder like announced like his like I believe it was like a 2 or 3 fight plan like the rematch with Ortiz. I believe it was Brazil, Ortiz, then the Tyson, then the Fury rematch, and then how excited you got for that. So, like, when people just say, like, well, man, like, what about a schedule? It's like, yo, people actually, I don't know about nobody else, but it's like, hey, man, you actually want to make plans for your stuff, right? At least, because you have people actually looking forward to something. I want to know when the Charlos are fighting. Because I know, like, all right, so the last fight was pay-per-view. So 9 times out of 10, this next fight is going to be pay-per-view. It's going to be $75. All right, cool. Let me make sure that, all right, on whatever this day is that I got my money from my pay-per-view, or, you know what I'm saying, that my people know, like, hey, this day, get off work, we're watching the fight. That's the whole purpose for the actual scheduling and things like that. But when it comes just to Al Heyman, hey, man, we can't bash everybody else, and just because he's black, man, he's not open for criticism. Because at the end of the day, he is. Right? So, I mean, like, hey, man, like, all these fighters that he has, the biggest fighters that he has, we don't know when Earl Spence fighting. We don't know when Deontay Wilder fighting again. Shit, man. How long has Andy Ruiz been out of the ring? Like, think about that, man. I don't know how many times. AJ done probably fought like what, twice? Since last time he fought Ruiz?
Once he fought Pulev.
Okay. But just thinking like how long that fight was like what? That fight was what, 2019?
December of 2019, yeah.
Okay. So December of 2019 and we in March of 2021. So that's how long he's been on the bench. So at some point it's like, hey, yo, Al, like, all right, man, you got a bunch of good guys on the same side of the street. When are we gonna actually start getting these fights going? When are we actually gonna start getting our schedule and things like that? So like we have something to be excited for. This thing is like, hey man, like on my Nino Brown, this shit bigger than Nino Brown. Yeah, it's bigger than Al Heyman, but cause this is a whole box of community issues, just as far as like with the big fights and things of that nature. But the same way we hold Eddie Hearn accountable, Bob Arum accountable, man, we can't let Al Heyman slip this smoke, man. This motherfucker don't talk to nobody. I could see if this nigga was out here, you know what I'm saying, black fist up, like all the way with us all the time. To be honest with you, I don't know anything about Al Heyman. And you know what, forgive me if I'm ignorant and niggas know, like, hey man, Al Heyman do this for all these black people and these communities and stuff like that. I don't know. All I know is like, hey man, you the advisor over there. I don't know what the hell you doing with Showtime. It's just saying like, hey man, Showtime was getting big fights. Somehow Fox got involved. And then man, now Showtime like basically getting all the scrap heap fights. they done got to the point where it's like, hey man, I think they done got to the point. It was like, hey man, give us somebody, and then we're gonna put them on Wednesday night. Hopefully we'll find a star, and you know what I'm saying. Maybe that's who you will let us keep. Because if a star emerged, then shit, he going to Fox. All they got over there is what? Adrian Broner, AB back. You know what I'm saying? You just had Benavidez. That's good, but it's like, yo, man, if Benavidez fight Charlo, where that fight going, Fred? If it's pay-per-view, where's it going?
Texas?
It's going to Fox.
Fox, okay.
Yeah. I'm talking about network-wise. It's going to Fox. So, like, you know what I mean? I don't understand what's going on there. Honestly, I enjoy the Showtime pay-per-views, especially now that you took my side chick, motherfucker, gone. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I really enjoy the Showtime. I really enjoy Showtime. But, like I said, man, he's not above us all. Like, again, I want to know why Showtime gets scrap heat fights. I want to know why we don't know when superstars are actually getting boxing matches. And, like, what are we looking at for the year? What are we looking at? Because it's just like, yo, man, your casual boxing fan that doesn't know anything about it, like, they look at Deontay Wilder and just say, hey, that's the dude that just knocked everybody out, right? If you got a homeboy, he was like, hey, man, when your boy fight again? That was fun last time we was over there. When he fight again? Shit, I don't know. But that's your boy. How you not know that? But, man, Fred, I ain't going to hog up the line too much, man. I appreciate your time, bro. That's my call.
Appreciate you. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
So, a couple of things. He was talking. I don't want to cut the brother off. So, is Andy Ruiz fight not coming up? Yes, right?
Yeah.
Did Caleb Plant just recently fight?
Yeah.
Yes. Did David Benavidez just recently fight? Yes. Did Errol Spence just recently fight? Yes. Was Jermell Charlo waiting for Teixeira and Castano to fight? Right. So, like, sometimes when people are talking, I'm like, use another name. Don't use names of people that this can easily be fit. Like, use the names of somebody where we go, oh yeah, you got a good point. And why is this so important for a grown man's face and voice? We all know what Al Heyman looked like. We've seen the 3 pictures of him online, right? But why is it so important for Al Heyman to speak up? Because then once he speaks, then we start doing the whole puffy thing. Now Al Heyman's all in the videos. Al Heyman's all taking the credit from his fighters. So Al sits back and allows these guys to take all their shine, and then he still gets bashed for it. It's crazy.
I'll respond to you after the call. Go ahead, 256.
What's going on, gentlemen? How y'all doing this evening?
Good, man. What you got?
Unbelievable, sir. Thank you.
What I was trying to say with my question earlier is, who can we build a card around? I think that's a dilemma that these promoters that they run into when when you say they need to put on fights or put out a schedule. Like when I was asking, about Lara and Harrison, I'm thinking of guys who've been champions who could possibly headline a card that are possibly not superstars. Because I agree that these undercard guys, they need to fight. Like, for example, these guys in the UFC that are making fucking 13 and 13, they need to fight 5 times a year. Who are some fighters other than the champions that we could build cards around? That these guys, I don't care nothing about Al Heyman being black. You're a promoter. This is what you do. You put on fights. Eddie Hearn, you put on fights. Oscar De La Hoya, you put on fights. Bob Arum, you put on fights. Who are some guys that you can build a card around that people may want to turn into, that people may want to tune into? Because they need to start scheduling these fights, because guess what? March Madness is coming up. NBA playoffs is coming up. And then guess what's right behind that? The NFL and college season is about to start. You're not going to be able to schedule these lower tier fights on Saturdays anymore. So that's really my question is, who can we build a card around to put these guys on it? If you want Fox to televise these cards, because I'm pretty sure they got to go to Fox was like, hey, we're thinking about putting like I said, my example, Erslandy Lara and Tony Harrison against each other. Fox is probably gonna be like, who? Nobody's gonna watch that. Why can't we get Spence and such and such? Give Spence a fight on Fox against one of his mandatories. Can we get that? So that's really my question, guys. Go ahead, I'll listen.
Go ahead.
Hello?
Go ahead, DB. DB's gonna oppose you. Go ahead.
No, I didn't. I agree with him.
I mean, I just say, I mean, a boxing fan that says we don't need a schedule is a fool. That's all I'm saying. You just want to be. It's just don't make sense. And
no, I'm not saying we don't need a schedule, because I like being able to go to UFC's website and seeing, okay, this fight's coming up. Okay, there's another fight night. Okay, there's another fight night. Okay, I might, okay, maybe I don't need to take the wife out that night. Maybe I need to find out something else to do because I want to see this fight. I like seeing a schedule, but at the same time, like Derek Brunson, like for the UFC, I go back to UFC. Derek Brunson is a perennial gatekeeper. Like people kind of know who he is, and Holland is an up and comer. Been knocking out people. People are starting to recognize who he is. So people are going to tune in to see, is it all hype or is he for real? And then you can put some guys who probably got 2 or 3 fights in the UFC on that undercard and give probably the next title contender the co-main event. That's how, even though DB hates Dana White and so does Red, that's how he's building his cards. You get title eliminators as the main and the co-main, and then, or former champions facing off against each other in the main and co-main on free TV. That's what I'm saying. Like, what guys in boxing can these promoters do that with on free TV? That'll actually take the fight and not sit back and say, oh no, I'm the number 3 contender. I want Crawford next, or I want Spence next, or I want Charlo next. I'm going to sit out and wait for that fight. Instead of probably taking the number 8 guy in the rankings and fighting him then, just to make some money.
Ooh,
I get what you're saying, Fred, about your schedule, but I just want to know, who can these guys build cards around other than the superstars?
Great question, DJ. Go ahead, Fred.
What was the question? I'm sorry, I wasn't even paying attention. I wasn't.
Okay,
I wasn't.
I was asking, who will these networks accept to put on free TV? Who can you build a card around other than the superstars? Because the casual fans want to see the superstars, not on pay-per-view, and these networks, like probably a Showtime or a Fox or an ESPN, they're probably going to want some more known fighters. So who can they build a card around to get these undercard guys some fights so they can make some money?
I mean, that's an easy answer. You talking about PBC?
I'm talking about everybody. Like,
it
doesn't have to necessarily be Shakur Stevenson versus Oscar Valdez. Who can we fill that spot with? Who can we main event that night and put on a bunch of undercard fights?
I mean, there's plenty of options. The fact is, the fights aren't being scheduled. And that's all. Even if we don't know the opponent, put TBA, Jamel Charlo versus TBA, June 6th, June 20th. I mean, it's really that simple. But because y'all have different level of expectations for Al Heyman, it's no point in me going. It's not. It's no point. No. Honestly, y'all have, as a whole, y'all have this community that I'm talking to.
You're speaking in general. I'm about to say, I don't care who's who.
This community have different expectations for Al Heyman, and that's cool. I'm gonna be the only guy that's gonna be right. And in August and July, when the people haven't fought, and y'all said it's okay, it's cool. Y'all like, it's cool. They fight once a year again. It's cool. It's okay. That's the right thing to do. They should fight once a year. But then when Bob is on the show, y'all gonna complain y'all gonna complain that Shakur Stevenson's not fighting Oscar Valdez. Everybody in this chat is gonna complain when Bob Arum comes in. He's not fighting Oscar Valdez. If you're complaining about Shakur not fighting Oscar Valdez, then I'm right. I'm right.
But here's let me continue to try to play devil's advocate here. So who can we put Shakur Stevenson on TV with?
I don't care who it is. I don't know who it is. Like, you're asking me a question that has a million answers. The question is schedule it. It's just it's a million people you can put with him.
You don't care. So you don't care who these guys fight. You just want them to fight.
No, I didn't say that. I'm not saying that. Like, you asking a question, you know the answer to it.
Fred, what do you mean that's not what you're
No.
saying?
No. You're asking a million questions.
That's kind of like the root of my question. Does it matter who they fight, or do you just want to see them fight?
Well, that's the better question then. Ask that question. Because you're asking a question that's like, who do you want to see him fight? Oscar Valdez, Lomachenko, Devin Haney. Like, there's a million people he can fight.
So yeah, it's pertaining. That's what I'm saying. Pertaining to the schedule.
Y'all never been in court before.
Fight,
are you right or wrong?
Them fight other champions or championship level fighters.
I want to see the best fight the best. That's what I want to see.
Gotcha. Unfortunately, these guys want to hold out for the biggest money.
Yep.
They're not gonna just take any fight, and that's killing us as fans. Like, at the end of the day, we're not gonna pay their bills and stuff, and this is how they make their money. We don't care how the business of boxing is interrupting these fights. We just want to see the fight. But Shakur Stevenson is not gonna fight some guy 4-0 fresh out the Olympics 4 years ago. You know, Tony Harrison, as a former champion, I don't think he'd fight.
I agree with you, but you're being rhetorical.
Guy from Serbia.
I agree. You're being rhetorical, though. I agree. I'm just saying you're being rhetorical.
Yeah.
Been on the phone for 13 minutes. Appreciate it.
Okay, I'll get off the line, guys.
Hey, DJ, really great questions, bro. You know, thank you, DJ.
Do you just want to see fights, or do you want to see guys fight the best?
Appreciate it. Yep.
Okay.
Right,
have a good night, fellas.
All the time.
Thanks for having me.
Yep. And there was a super chat from Pound for Pound Boxing Channel to drop the schedule while we got stimulus and tax money.
I mean, y'all just sit and wait for Tank's Y'all just sit and wait for Tank to fight. Just sit and wait. Y'all comfortable with it. He fought Halloween. It's March. No date yet. If you got a date during COVID, you can get a date out of COVID or semi-COVID. I mean.
Oh man, it's like listen.
I enjoy being the only one. I enjoy being the only one that's gonna be right. I enjoy it. I enjoy this.
You're not the only one. Phantom Brawler has agreed with everything that you've said.
Like, Phantom Brawler, and Pound for Pound, we gonna be the only ones right, and y'all gonna be like, when they only fight once this year, what y'all gonna say? It's good for their health. Y'all gonna change. Oh, it's good. It's right. They should only fight once a year. And then y'all gonna say, and then when Bob call in, y'all gonna say, Bob, how come Shakur didn't fight Teofimo, Loma, or Oscar Valdez? You can't say that if you're not gonna say the same thing about Al Heyman. See how it's different.
Yeah. I agree with you, Fred. You're right. Okay, but
you don't agree. You said but. You don't agree because you said but.
Okay, I agree with you. Moreover, however, how about those?
No, however is the same thing. Like, what he's moreover and however don't go together. Moreover,
okay.
However.
Okay, I agree with that point. Moving right along. Is that better?
Go ahead. I mean, you got fans in here. They gonna agree with you.
Oh,
no, I'm serious. You got fans in here. You got fans of like rocks.
Psychology so that
no,
you can make deals like
I don't have reverse psychology. I'm saying.
Did you see this bullshit?
No,
he's trying to make these niggas be like, I'm a grown ass man. I gotta
you talking to a lot of sheep.
You got that, nigga.
You got a lot of sheep in here. It's a lot of sheep in here tonight. Go ahead, talk to him. Y'all love Al Heyman.
Go ahead, y'all fall for the bullshit.
No, you got sheep.
Y'all not to agree with me when I'm just
got sheep in here. Sheep, whole bunch of sheep. They buying water and toilet paper. That's what they doing. All these niggas bought water and toilet paper. All these niggas in here bought water and was standing in line for water and toilet paper. I'm telling you, all of them were. I know it.
Man, look at this shit. Look at this bullshit.
Go ahead. Now, go ahead. You were gonna say. Go ahead.
No, I just saw my subs go down just now. See, you done got niggas hate DB now. This nigga Fred.
Oh, but go ahead. Hey, Reg gonna be in. I gotta go to the bathroom. Go ahead, Reg.
Yeah, look at Fred. Look at him leaving because I want to bash you, Fred. this nigga butt hurt because nobody agree with him. You didn't credit this damn show and this shit done blew up in your damn face coming in here with this damn unnecessary hate. This show blew up majorly. Fred about to delete this shit. If he about to go and kick the toilet in. That's where he going. If he had a dog in that house, that shit'd be through that damn computer screen. Yeah, this show done blew up. And then the other thing, like I was saying with the schedule, boxing schedules don't make no damn sense. A boxing schedule, you can't compare that shit to an NFL schedule. You can't compare that to a basketball schedule. A team can go on. A star player get hurt, some next man up. Boxing, why are you gonna put a schedule together? And then they go through this negotiation shit. When these fights are signed, you know months in advance, you know at least 2 months in advance when they gonna fight. So what's the purpose of Al Heyman creating a schedule? Like he ain't gonna even listen.
I can hear you. I'm not mad. I can hear you.
Okay, you about to say you mad?
No, I ain't got no. This ain't affecting my stock portfolio. I like that. You want me to respond angrily? I'm not upset about discussing this shit. No,
the whole show done blew up in your face, man. This hate shit. Like your schedule talk is idiotic as hell. It's the most idiotic shit. It's not necessary for because I'm like, you never brought up what's his name? Bob Aaron bringing up a schedule, Eddie Hearn, none of them, because it's unnecessary. It's unnecessary for these dudes to make a schedule. How long is training camp, Fred? Training camps are what, 8, 12 weeks?
Sure.
In advance. So by the time a fighter makes his fight, you got 8 weeks. More fighters make these signing for a schedule. They're going into something, blah, blah, blah. You signed it. You can release a schedule. Negotiations take time. Negotiations takes months. You can't put in no schedule like this to NBA. You can't factor in those type of things. NBA players ain't getting hurt like a boxer can get hurt. They ain't going through these type of training camps. Football players may go through it, but they got a roster to replace those type of people. Boxers can't do it. We want to see particular fights, which in this case, a lot of times we ain't getting it, but the PBC is making greater efforts of giving us good fights. The schedule talk is idiotic shit, man. I just don't buy into where that's what Al Heyman needs to present you. And then now you're satisfied with it. They got something going. The PBC ain't dormant. They ain't on no dormant schedule. I don't know if you're watching the fights or not. We've been getting fights week after week after week after week. I don't think it's been a week that went by when we haven't got a fight. And even if they give them so many fights, it's mixing in with the UFC is mixing up. All these boxing promotions are mixing up. So I don't see what's the complaint.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't understand the complaint, and it's just like this hate comes from some other personal place, and we see it, Fred, because you vocalize that shit. You come on here every day and you pick these personal hatreds that you have for people. Your hatred with the Porters, we all know what that's about. Your hatred with PBC, we know what's that about, man. You gotta shake that shit, man. You gotta puff your chest out, shake that shit off, man, and keep this shit real. It makes no sense to just hate on this dude about what? What is Al Heyman doing wrong in the sport? What is he doing wrong in the sport? I think if you put anything, you need to put what's going on wrong with these fighters. And that's the fact that these fighters who can make fights ain't making this shit happen. And then when some fighters want to make fights happen, you got promoters that stop the shit from happening.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think after tonight's show and the failure that you try to present, you should probably never publicly make Al Heyman hatred videos. This is like one of the worst attempts at trying to argue a point. If this is a court case, you will let a murderer who shot 25 people on camera will go away innocent based on the case that you argued. But hopefully keep the hope alive. Stop saving Bob Arum ass up in here, and just keep it regular, man. Stop being fanboys of certain promoters and certain fighters. This ain't Al Heyman being a black guy, but none of this shit makes sense to hate on him for a schedule. That schedule shit and boxing shit is the dumbest shit ever. Like, what are you waiting for? You want to see names on it? They put something on it. Even before this shit, I remember early on when I started coming around and people, brothers in the communities will see a fight happen. It'll be a spectacular fight. Then the next day, Sunday, motherfuckers in here bitching and bickering about, they ain't made this fight. Like, god damn, these niggas just finished fucking fighting. So you can never get satisfaction out of anybody within this goddamn sport. But this is the last thing I want to say. Errol Spence, Terrence Crawford, Tyson Fury, Wilder, AJ, who else is out there that everybody talk about? Teofimo, Devin Haney, Tank Davis ain't the only fighters in the sport. So when they ain't doing shit right, you got thousands of other people to put your eyes on. And if you're a real fan of combat, even if you're a real boxing fan, you got mixed martial arts and shit to watch. But that's my shit. If you ain't satisfied with the shit, you got options. But I'll catch you guys. Fred, please, my brother, we rock with you. Stop the hate, because this shit was a total failure, my brother. Peace.
Peace.
H Money want to be, man. I'll just I mean, Red, you're too easy to fucking, you're too easy.
Players ball. What up, players ball?
It's just too easy. When a fighter wins a fight, what's the most important question that we want to know?
How much did you get paid?
What's next?
Are you going to Disneyland next?
What's next?
Yeah, of course.
Okay. So what's next? When are you guys gonna fight? Okay, now let's take it a step further.
Hold on. Let me
No. I didn't interrupt Reggie.
No, I don't know if you're asking it as a question.
No, I'm not. I'm not asking the question. I'm just making the point.
Okay.
Now, the reason why Bellator interests me, I've never seen a Bellator fight a day in my life. You know why? Because it's a tournament. And everybody in here supports tournaments. You know why? Y'all niggas gonna watch March Madness Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Y'all gonna watch the NBA playoffs. Y'all gonna watch the NFL playoffs. Y'all watch the Super Bowl. It's the highest rated show on TV. 100 million people watch it. Why? Because it's finality. So I don't give a fuck what you say in the chat. Y'all can say what you want, do what you want, but your actions say different things. 1 in 3 Americans watch the Super Bowl. So you can say what you want. 4.7 people watched Floyd Mayweather, Manny Pacquiao. You know why? Because it was finality. Who's the best of this era? And every time Floyd fought, what they say? When you gonna fight? When Manny Pacquiao fought? When you gonna fight? So I don't care what you say. Y'all can say what you want and use protection clauses to say Al Heyman is better. He's better for the sport of boxing. Bob Arum is worse. Eddie Hearn is somewhere in the middle. Y'all can do what you want. But your actions and your money speak otherwise. And the same way you say, oh, the Lakers are the best team in the playoff in the world, what they had to do? They had to win the championship. They had to go through the rigors of the bubble, the regular season and the bubble to the playoffs to win the Super Bowl. And you know why? And you know why you was interested? Because you said that they playing Sunday. And you know they playing Wednesday, and then you know they playing Friday. The NBA drops their final schedule. I don't know when, but it's out at the beginning of the season, right? So you know the NBA finals is going to be June 2nd, June 5th, June 8th, June. You don't know who's playing in it. You don't know who's playing in NBA finals, but you know that the finals are going to happen. So anyways, H Money, what's up?
Hey, what's good? What's good? Hey, man, I'm hearing you and Reggie Owens having a very heated debate once again. I mean, what more can I say, Fred? You calling out the PBC for a lot of reasons. Deontay Wilder, he took less money to give Tyson Fury an opportunity we could have made the undisputed match. So I'm upset with the PBC for that one. And now I'm upset with Gary Russell, you know, because why is he on the shelf, Reggie Owens? Could you explain that to Fred? While Fred is Fred bringing that smoke every night. You know what I mean? He's the king of this shit. And he let you get off. He let you say what you got to say. But guess what? At the end of the day, I agree with Fred. You know what I mean? Hey, Fred, so what's going on with Kelly Swanson? Well, why Reggie ain't talking about her?
He has the right to talk about who he want to talk about. I don't know.
What about? No, I'm just saying. What about Kelly Swanson and the way she treated you? Well, what's up with that? And Al Heyman.
That's a good point. If you're going to talk about Al as black, give him a chance. That's a great point. That's a great point. That's a great point. They don't want to deal with that. I don't even want to have that conversation because I really don't care at this point. But I'm just saying, if you're going to be black, if you're going to talk that black shit, you know, you can't pick your battles. You got to be consistent on terms of the big picture. But you know what I mean?
Yeah, if Fred, you a straight shooter, a stand-up guy, real talk, you know, and guess what? We gonna clean up boxing because Bill Haney today on the Boxing Voice, he exposed Samson and Fortuna. He called him out. Because guess what? Yeah, he went in on him because he said Fortuna, he said Samson is a thief. He's a thief. He's been cheating fighters. He's been cheating. He's been robbing fighters, robbing them. You know what I mean? All the time. We seen it happen. Rock Newman.
He told him that
to his face. He didn't say nothing. You got to see that. You got to watch it, man. Bill Haney came with the smoke. That's and guess what? Devin Haney moving up to 140 after Linares for Adrian Broner, Robert Easter Jr., Jose Zabeda, you know what I mean? Jose Ramirez, Josh Taylor, Regis Prograis, line them up. Everybody, you know what I mean? Real talk. They got better fighters at 140. Mikey Garcia, we want Mikey Garcia, you know what I mean? And that's what it is. But now let's talk about David Benavidez. Jamal Charlo, he said he want David Benavidez. You know what I mean? Jamal Charlo finally responded, bro. You know what I mean? With Brian Custer. Jamal Charlo said he gonna knock out Benavidez. You know what I mean? So, I mean, I like to hear that. You know, they say Lions only. He stood up tall. He stood up tall. You feel me? Jamal Charlo, he stood up tall, man. You know what I mean? Fred, what you think about Jamal
I'm glad.
Charlo?
And the only way that happened, I swear to God, the only way Jamal Charlo responds like that is because of what? Tell the truth now. Tell the truth.
I think the performance and maybe the performance. He sees some flaws in him. He thinks
kept the heat on him. Who kept the heat on him?
I mean, you did, of course. David Benavidez.
That live we did with David Benavidez for the Caleb Plant fight did a whole lot for that fight. And we carried. We didn't buckle. We didn't waver. Jamal Charlo got to fight that guy.
He said he want to fight him. Charlo said it today. He came like he gonna knock him out. Oh, Charlo, he coming hard, dog. That's what I want to see. And hey man, Charlie, hey, he back, bro. Charlo, like, man, he with the shits, bro. And you know, Charlo don't give a fuck. When he get mad, that nigga get mad, bro.
I'm doing my job. I'm glad I'm doing my job. And I want Jamal Charlo to be like, fuck Fred at barbershop conversation, but I don't give a fuck. I got the fight done. I don't give a fuck what he say. I'm happy.
He said he want to fight him. Hey, Charlo looked like he ready. He looked like he ready now, man. So with that being said, you know, hey Fred, I want to talk to you real quick about Andre Berto. When is he coming to the barbershop?
April 21st.
Okay, for sure. That's what it is, man. You know what I mean? And David Benavidez, if he don't want to fight Charlo, what about David Benavidez versus Demetrius Andrade? I would like to see Andrade versus David Benavidez if Charlo can't work it out. If Charlo, you know what I'm saying? We got to see what happens. But I like Andrade.
I'll answer that question. When I bought a Bentley, there was a handful of people that says, "Why you didn't buy a Acura?"
Yeah, but guess what?
With Charlo, you don't go backwards, man. No, man. Charlo Benavidez. That's all we should be saying. Charlo Benavidez.
Okay, but if Charlo don't want it, because guess what? He say vaccines. He's been saying, you know what I'm saying? He got to be 25 or under or some bullshit. I don't know what he talking about. So many different things. But if he don't want it, I know Andrade want that smoke. I know, and hey, yeah, you know that too. Yeah, real talk, Fred. You think you don't be playing with Andre, bro? 3-time world champion, 2 different weight classes, an Olympian. You know what I'm saying? 29 wins, undefeated. You know what I'm saying? 17 knockouts, bro. Hey, DB, tell him now about Andre. He's sleeping because Andre, he want that smoke. For real with both of them, Charlo and Benavidez. He said Benavidez ain't no boogeyman. Andrade said he boxed circles around him. So y'all can try to keep ducking Andrade in the barbershop. Bring him to the barbershop. And I bet you he shut it down. Real talk.
Uh-huh.
For real. Hey, for real, Fred. Hey, appreciate it, bro. But hey, guess what? Andrade, a great fighter. When he retired, you better remember him, bro. A black fighter, bro. 3-time world champion. Can't nobody beat him, bro. Can't nobody beat him. Real talk, bro. Much love, Fred.
Appreciate you. Yeah, DB, you want to respond for opening up the phone lines to a whole bunch of stuff?
No, it's been a whole lot. Yeah, I think, I mean, a lot of this stuff is just repetitive at this point. Yeah, I just think that we want to see, listen, at the end of the day, we all want to see fights. We all want to see good fights, and we want to see a lot of fights. Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah.
And you want to see fights, you want to see competitive fights, you want to see a lot of fights. Is that pretty much sums it up,
and the
right?
fights that make sense. The storyline. Like there's a storyline to these fights. It creates itself.
I think the schedule thing was blown out of proportion. I think you ran with that a little too hard, probably, or maybe
I didn't go too hard. No, I didn't go too hard. There needs to be a boxing schedule 3 months in advance. It's simple, man. It's simple. People just can't pop up and go to fights. We're not dealing. We're not in.
Well,
go ahead.
Well, I agree with you. It's a pandemic. So you mean moving forward?
Period. Boxing should be 3 months in advance.
Okay, but for the last year and some change, that wasn't the case. Nobody was able to go to fights. But you were still talking about a schedule.
I'm talking about a schedule you can watch fights too.
Yeah, but Fred, nobody was going anywhere. We were all stuck in our fucking house. But you were still talking about a schedule.
Yeah, there needs to be a schedule 3 months in advance for all these fighters.
There was no other sports on, Fred, and you were still talking about a schedule. It was 3 other sports probably on, and you were still talking about a schedule.
I don't know. You gotta break down this question. I ask the question. I don't know what you're saying.
No, there's no question. There's a statement.
Okay.
You were putting too much emphasis on the schedule. You were asking about a schedule 5 months ago, 6 months ago, when the world was still shut down. So you're talking about going to fights. There was nobody going to fights then because the world was shut down. You were in your house, in your living room. So if there's a fight on, then you have it on TV. You don't have to make a flight. You don't have to book a room. You don't have to, for some people, get a credential, whatever the case may be. You at home, we're all at home. There's no show on Saturday. There's no show on Friday. So if there's a fight, we just watch the fight. But you were putting emphasis on a schedule when a schedule wasn't needed. So when you do that, it's like, wait a minute. This guy's putting so much pressure talking about a PBC schedule, and the whole fucking world is shut down. The whole galaxy shut down. This guy talking about Al Heyman and the schedule. That didn't make any sense. But moving forward, now that the world is reopening and Texas and Florida and a few other places can have crowds, moving forward, and you can say, for a guy like me, I want to go to the fights, so a schedule is important to me. But you can't say a schedule is just the most important thing in boxing right now. Like, that's just asinine.
Are you done?
Yes, sir.
I don't know a sport that doesn't prepare their fans. And if you're satisfied with getting a fight 3 months, 3 weeks in advance, 4 weeks in advance, then I'm cool with it. I listen. I'm not the dummy, because y'all can say what you want. Y'all can say what you want, do what you want, but y'all know when the NFL Super Bowl is, and y'all plan your whole day around it. 100 million people every year plan their whole day. So y'all can say y'all don't believe in schedules. The Super Six, y'all watch the Super Six. When the Zone did those tournaments for the cruiserweight division, 118 and 140, y'all knew that Josh Taylor was gonna fight the Regis Prograis. So y'all can say what you want. I'm cool with it, but I know that you're on a schedule at work. I know your child is on a schedule at school. I know you're on a schedule when you get off work. So y'all can say what you want. Y'all can say and do what you want. I'm cool with it. I know the truth. I'm just saying boxing needs to be 3 months ahead of their fans. 3 or 4 months ahead. It needs to be that buffer so fans know how and when to spend their money. Everybody knew Floyd was fighting September and May. There's no such thing as I didn't say long-term schedule, because you can't predict the winners. I said they need to be 3 and 4 months in advance. You got 200 fighters, 3 or 4 months in advance. It's really easy. You got 75 fighters, 3 or 4 months in advance. And so I know I'm right, but because the name is Al Heyman, y'all are going to finagle it. Y'all are going to move it. But your life is built on a schedule. You pay your phone, but you pay your mortgage or your rent on the 1st through the 5th, the 15th for every month. So I don't care what you say. Your life is a schedule. So y'all could Easter, Christmas, 4th of July, Labor Day. It's a schedule. I'll see you next year. I'll see you next year at the family reunion, the 4th of July weekend, Labor Day weekend. So y'all can do what you want. I know the truth. And if you're not functioning on a schedule, you're lying. So your automatic withdrawals is on a schedule. Y'all can say what you want.
Salute, John Page. Batman, what up?
Oh, what's up, Batman? Hey, Batman, y'all got a date yet? Yeah, I got a date.
Grandmama. Grandma. Yeah, that's Fred. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So, okay. Yeah. Y'all Al Heyman fans are like Drake fans, Jay-Z fans. Y'all are. Y'all moving the goalposts. Y'all are. Y'all are.
You a funny dude, man.
I'm telling the truth, because y'all will go all in on Bob Arum for the same reasons I'm going all in on Al Heyman. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. So Al has no network. John, was that John? That's not John Purge. Oh, excuse me.
No, John Burke.
I thought you said John Page was in here.
Yeah, he is.
I ain't seeing where he at.
Yeah, Batman came in at 12:16. He right there. 12:16. He there at 12:15 when he came in originally.
So why don't we have a date for Joshua Fury? I don't see it on the schedule. That's one fight. I'm talking about 200 fighters. That's you guys want to pick the best apples that fall from the tree. I'm talking about every apple on the tree.
So all 200 fighters have to be on the schedule?
No, you're being extreme. You're being extreme.
Oh, yeah. If they put 199 fighters, you'll be like, man, what other 4 fighters at? This is bullshit.
And you know what the most funniest shit about it is? Y'all niggas talking, and a fighter just DM'd me and said, Fred, I was supposed to fight December 26th, and I still don't have a date. And I'm not talking about what's the guy name? I'm not talking about J-Rock. He ain't fought. He's supposed to fight December 26th, and he still ain't got a date. So y'all can say what you want to say. I know the truth. And y'all keep on believing it. Okay? Y'all keep on believing it. And at the end of the year, I want to know, did these fighters fight twice or one time? And that's the truth. If they fight one time this year, Frederick Hawthorne is right. So y'all go on, carry your day. Kyle wants to go live. We can talk about this tomorrow. We got Freddie Pendleton coming in here tomorrow. And everybody, let's just check. I'm just curious. Y'all are, see, this is the immaturity of people who don't have constructive conversations. You guys are so used to arguing. I'm having a constructive conversation. Jay Dixon says, when is the Loma fighting? That has nothing to do with Al Heyman's schedule. Y'all still missing the point. Y'all still comparing. You don't compare when you go to court. You don't compare. Did you commit the crime? No. Where were you? I was at the gym. You don't get in the court and say, man, I killed him, but only shot him 5 times. But Bob Arum shot him 25 times. That's not how you, that's not, just deal with the facts. That y'all still dealing with narrative, but it's gonna take time for y'all to come around. I may not be here when you get there, but we'll all reach the promised land at some point. Okay. And I'm comfortable with it, and we're gonna have fun. And anytime we have this conversation, I'm gonna pound for pound boxing, and who else is
Phantom Brawler.
Phantom Brawler.
Yeah.
It's us against the world, and I'm comfortable with it. And I'm gonna be right.
Shout out Phantom Brawler.
Now, and I'm gonna be right.
And H Money, he agreed with you.
And H Money, and it's cool. I don't give a fuck about. I listen.
About the fans.
About what?
About the fans.
The fans.
Fred Ellerby.
No, I'm just saying. It's because when you have to use a variable that's not a part of the argument about the argument, you're not up on the facts. You can't be up on the facts. And I know this I go to court 10 times a year. So I know how to answer questions, and I know how to stay on topic, stay on point. You don't talk about narratives. The judge don't care that your grandma died. The judge don't care that your child has cancer. Y'all like narratives like that. Oh, my son has cancer. Al Heyman has cancer, so he shouldn't have, he should have a vice president. These fighters still have to get paid. Y'all still stuck on the narratives. No, did you do it? Yes or no? And I had to learn that. Did you fix the problem? Is the water still leaking? Is her faucet still leaking? Well, I had to go to New York because my grandma died, and my handyman got cancer, and he had a heart attack. No, did you fix the problem? And he's gonna wait for me to say no, and then he's gonna say she wins or he wins. That's it. It ain't about where's this, where's that. Y'all want a narrative, y'all want a storyline. Y'all TMZ niggas. Y'all care about how many people the girl slept with before she sleeps with you. Y'all like stories. Why'd you pick me? It was a club full of 1,000 men. That's the questions y'all asking when y'all get a girl on a potential one night stand. Why did she choose me? What song did you like? No.
The devil is a lie.
Yeah. So y'all keep on believing it. And I can't wait to sit here like I always do and be right. Now, next December, when Charlo only fight once, Earl only fight once, Tank only fight once, what's going to be the answer? J-Rock only fight once, Hurd only fight once. What's going to be the answer? I'm very interested in how y'all going to defend this. 3 years in a row, they only fight one time. I want to hear y'all defend that. 3 years in a row, His fighters only fight once a year. I want to hear y'all. I want to hear how y'all defend that. Okay. So
yeah, I'm gonna say that their opponents were not vaccinated, so they couldn't get in the ring.
Y'all can say what you want. I'm just gonna say like I always do. Right. Because I don't deal with narratives. Y'all deal with narratives. Y'all still, if we have this conversation again, DB, Reg, y'all gonna say, well, what about Bob Arum? Who cares? Bob Arum and Bob Arum don't have Al Heyman problems. Al Heyman don't have Bob Arum problems.
All right. Remember, you don't want to do comparatives. Okay.
So, are you ready to get out of here?
Yeah, man. Oh shit. Smile, Fred.
See, that's the narrative y'all say Fred is angry. See, that's the narrative. See, that's the narrative. No, you've never told me to smile. You've never told me to smile. Fred, smile. That's the narrative. Fred's angry. That's a synonym for Fred's angry. He's being emotional. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. That's the I can be emotional about anything I want because I own my emotions.
Right.
Y'all think being no, everyone's everyone is everyone has emotions.
No. Don't compare. You see, you don't want to compare Bob and
no.
But you said, but everyone's emotional.
Everyone has emotions. Everyone has emotions. See, there you go, comparing an apple to an orange. That has nothing to do with that argument.
A cantaloupe to a grape.
No, you see, you're not ready to have a conversation because you're comparing an emotion to a schedule to a fight. You're not ready. Yeah, you are. Yeah, you are. That's the same thing. Fred, smile. That's a synonym for Fred is angry.
No,
it is. You've never told me Fred smile.
How you feeling?
No, you've never told me Fred smile. Fred smile.
I know, but do I say Fred? How you feeling?
Brody,
no. You good, Brody?
No, I'm saying, and it's cool. I'm glad you're on their side. I want you to be on their side. I want you to defend their talking points. I do, because guess what's going to happen? Reggie Owens, Jay Dixon, Joaquin, because guess what's going to happen in December? I'm going to press live and y'all going to say, man, Fred was right again. I can be angry. Y'all saying it's the worst sin in the world to be angry.
Yeah, you said you can be angry.
No,
you just said that you weren't angry.
No, I didn't say I was. I didn't say I was. I said y'all acting like being angry is a crime. Being angry is not a synonym for defeat. What are y'all talking about?
That's the definition that you're angry.
No, listen to what I'm saying. Listen to what I'm saying. Fred hotter than
I'm using your own words against you.
No, you're not. 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 You're not even on topic. I can be hotter than fish grease.
Mm-hmm.
That doesn't change. Listen, I can be as mad as I want to be right now. Where's the schedule? Where's the fights? I can be as mad as I want to be. It still don't change the solution. That's why y'all addicted to narratives. Y'all worried about how mad I am as opposed to are you getting the fights you want? That's what I'm saying. And y'all not ready to deal with the core. Y'all not ready to deal with the core of the problem. We're not getting the fights. And it's okay. I can be angry. I can yell as loud as I want. I can cry. I can scream to prove my point. What's the solution? Y'all think crying and being emotional is the is a synonym for defeat. I can be whoever I want to be right now. If I'm angry, I'm angry. If I'm happy, I'm happy. Where's the fights? Where's the date? Show me the date. Show me the date. That's all I want to say. Show me the date. Show me Tank Day. Tank Day was supposed to announce his fight 2 weeks ago. Remember? We ain't seen it yet.
Shame on Al.
So, anyways, you ready to get out of here?
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. So, listen, I'm going to just do this one for you because I already know. Pound for Pound Boxing Channel, Fred gives you some love. Phantom Brawler, H Money, Fred gives you some
Facts,
love.
definitely. Facts.
Yeah. This is good. This is good. Yeah, man. Let's see. Tomorrow we are on with. We got 2 tomorrow. 1 tomorrow.
No, we have. Let me tell you right now. We have Freddie Pendleton at 9 p.m. and we got Claude Clegg at 4 on Thursday. So we got 2 shows on Thursday. We got 2 shows on Thursday. Yeah, we'll be good.
All right. Boom, boom, boom. And there's my man Kyle, the boxing section, TBS. Just dropped the link. So we sliding over there for the late show right after this right here. But I'm going to give the brothers and sisters in the chat some love before we bounce, rock, skate. Man, y'all going to, no more laughing emojis, man. Y'all put the smile emoji for Fred.
Put 3 or 4 of them. I mean, I don't give a fuck. I just care about the solution.
Yeah.
Y'all call your girl emotional and didn't want to get with her. So what's wrong about being emotional? Y'all see, that's the point. Y'all are attacking the wrong topic. Y'all think y'all got a victory tonight, but Jamel Charlo still not fighting. Errol Spence still don't have a date. J-Rock still don't have a date. Y'all won. Fred's emotional. Fred lost. Fred lost tonight. Reggie Owens is 100% right. DB is 100% right. J.A. Dixon is 100% right. Tank Davis don't have a fight date yet. Tank Davis is not fighting a guy, his greatest opponent on PBC. He's not fighting Gary Russell. Jamal Charlo is not fighting David Benavidez. He's going to fight another Latino or European that he's well more better than. That's what y'all. So do what you do. I am angry, Reggie. I am angry. I am. I'm hot as fish grease.
Hotter than fish grease?
Yes, it still don't change the solution. I can be as mad as I want in court. She can be as mad as she want in court. Did she pay? I sit there. She can be as mad as she want in court. Did you pay the rent? She's going to say no. I can be as mad as I want to be. I'm saying y'all don't care. I don't care. I act sometimes when I go to court, and sometimes I'm not acting.
Allegedly,
yeah. So it doesn't matter. What's the solution? I don't care about see the problem with y'all misinterpret. Get to the core of the answer. Y'all care about the narratives. Who cares if Fred is emotional? Reg, you're right. I'm emotional and I'm as hot as fish grease. All the above. I want the fight. That's it. 122 is set, locked, and loaded. Hopefully we get the fights this year. They say they fighting in June. Everybody say they fighting in June. Fred's so hot, he about to go run 3 miles. Now, I'm not running tonight. But maybe in the morning. So that's it.
Yes, indeed.
Reg is one of the guys that talked about tournaments, though, but he's not a fan of schedules. So that's all I'm saying. So anyway, let's get out of here, man, because we're going in circles. We're really going in circles, and I want Kyle to get his show popping.
Yes, indeed, man. We had fun today, man. I had fun. I agree with about 75% of what Fred said, but I had to throw the shit out of him. So we got some good sound bites from this right here, ladies and gentlemen, man. Much love to everybody. Like Fred said, we'll be back here with less than 24 hours.
Mm-hmm.
And right after this, we sliding over to the brother Kyle's, man. Thank everybody for all the super chats and for all the great questions and comments and whatnot. We got some new people. Let's see. We got a Marvin Rollins Jr. Welcome to the show.
Welcome to the show.
All right, my brother, I'm 100. He said, peace. Love is the word. He said, the guest we great. She retracted that message, but love is the word is in here. Salute to that queen. And my brother Box fans in the building. Brother Code 10, he said, definitely another great
love is the word in there.
Appreciate you, bro. Appreciate it. Oh, the guest was great. Thank you, sis. Yes, indeed. Let me see. We got JQ in the house. My brother, Boxing Conversations with Reggie Owens. Brother DJ in the building. S.Riddle 45. Harden, step back. What up with you? I thought you left. He said he came right on back with us. He says Fred be speaking facts though. All right, no one has disproved this point tonight. Okay, there you go. See, Fred, you got another one. That's 5 right there.
Yeah, that's we the minority. But now the conversation, y'all done changed the conversation if Fred mad or not. Who cares if I'm mad? I want to see Jamel Charlo fight Castano. That's all I want. I want to see Earl Spence fight Ugas.
Richard Bartley in the building. Thanks for that super chat, bro. Let's see. Dave Jack in the building. Detroit East Side 313. Phantom Brawler in the building. On the mic with Terrence Bailey Sr. Salute OG. Gump 88. Reppin' 209-916. California in the building. Jay Dixon. Salute. Let's see. We got a Pound for Pound Boxing Channel. We gave you some love. Brother Cole 10. Yes, we did. Jason Jadui. He said, yo, I love this show. You brothers are the truth. Thank you, Jason, and welcome to the show.
Welcome to the show, Jason.
Welcome to the show.
Yes, indeed. And come back tomorrow, man. We're going to slide over to the brother Kyle's after that. You dropped the link in there. Gump 88. Yeah, we got you in there. Let's see. Money Brown TV. Salute to you.
Oh, what's up, Money? Money. He had Earl Spence's sister on earlier today.
Oh, man. Shout out to Miss Spence. Let's see. Got my brother Yova in the building. California, Gump 88. California, Jarvis Johnson, South Central. California, Jai the Real. What up with you? All right. Let's see. M Stack 85 in the building. We got 100. All right. Red Cliff, salute to you. All right. Okay. Otis Mike. He said the barbershop be popping. Thanks, Otis. Not Otis Mike, Otis Nickel. Welcome to the show.
Welcome to the show.
Appreciate your knowledge. Thank you, man.
Yeah, thank you, knowledge. Born Not Live. My brother D Mitch. What up, Daniel Mitchell? See you slid in here a little while ago. Let me see. We got Lionel Hicks in the building with us. Money in the Ghetto, California. We in here repping. C Jones 0222224. There we go. GG and Cole. There we go. And yeah, man. Okay, the brother John Page. Salute to my brother Batman. H Money was in here too. Ricardo Johnson. Damn, did we see Ricardo before? I don't know if I've seen Ricardo before. It looked kind of new, but welcome to the show, Ricardo.
Welcome to the show.
Yes, indeed. Let me slide back to the bottom. Make sure we got the last ones. Mr. Tennessee himself, my brother Hustler Slim in the building. DOGG215. Shout out to the Philly family. Let's see. Boxing Truth Serums. What up, cuzzo? I see you done slid in here. Yeah, thanks again, Knowledge, man. We had some fun, man. That was good, man. Appreciate you. All right. I think we done just about summed it up and got all of the fam bam in here, out of here. A Rue TG. Oh, that was another one too, Fred. He was there with you all night too.
Appreciate you. Thank you, man. Yeah. We gonna be right at the end of the year. We gonna be right. If they fight in June and July, they're definitely not fighting again. So you might as well just charge it to the game.
Charge it to the game. And Rob G Film, you probably slide back in for his part. And our brothers, people Hernandez, and salute to the Queen. I didn't see her in here, but salute to the Queen. Patty Dane got a whole lot going on, but with us in spirit and love. And Matt Green then slid in. He said, salute to you guys. Keep up the good work. Love the show. Welcome to the show, Matt Green.
Welcome to the show.
And Big Tank, the Sweet Science Examiner, he said, welcome to the show. Yes, we're going to slide over to Kyle's, man. Kyle over there going crazy right now. He's sipping on Red Bulls, but he got to go to sleep in 30 minutes. So we're going to slide over there. In the meantime, in between time, man, stay safe, family. Love y'all. Play the song, Fred!
Gotcha. I can't wait to be right, man. Oh, I can't wait to be right. Oh, my gosh. I'm already right. What's it, March? March 15th?
16.
The earliest they can fight is June because May is stacked up. June 5th is taken. So you're looking at June 12th, 19th, and 26th. Those are the earliest the fights can happen. Can't no fights happen in May. And they not going to they might throw a throwaway fight before. They might put 2 Latinos on the 17th just to promote the pay-per-view to get people to buy it. You know, but none of the fights can happen. So we'll see.
Hernandez dropped their 5 on us.
We didn't get a chance to talk about man. Rest in peace to the 8 people in Atlanta, man. They lost their lives, man. That's awful, man. Some guy just walked into 3 salons and murdered 8 people. All 8 Asian women, man. Disgusting, man. Fucking disgusting, man. Disgusting ass people we have in this world, man. How does that happen in an open carry state, man? Shit. Man. Damn. Just took 8 people's lives, man. How do you just take 8 people's lives, man? Oh. That shit made me sick, man. That's just disgusting, man. That's disgusting, man. To have that type of mindset, man. And then the guy that killed his 3 kids and a woman over a stimulus check. Oh my God. That's disgusting, man. That's disgusting. Disgusting, man. Killed 3 kids. Killed his 3 kids. His 3 kids. Rob G.
This my personal statement. Run the game like I'm aces. Learn to develop patience, determined to be the greatest. Yeah, bobbing and weaving, they changing up like the seasons.
Samara, what's up? Samara, what's up? Me and Mrs. Jones, Mrs. Jones, Mrs. Jones, Mrs. Jones. Yeah, we'll talk about it tomorrow. That's awful, man. Damn, man. Whew.
Thank you, man. I appreciate you, brother.
Yeah, all the time, y'all. See y'all tomorrow. We might as well have this conversation every night so Fred can lose.
My big brother slid into the building.
Poncho. What's up, Poncho? Poncho.
Hey, my brother, as a matter of fact, his birthday coming up, too.
When's his birthday? Last time, though. 1 second. Because the devil is a lie. Hey. I'm telling you the truth. Hey. It's all in what you do. Hey. Things you gotta do. Oh, my God. Go ahead. When's Poncho's birthday?
Is it on the 18th or the 23rd? 17th, 18th, or 23rd? One of them.
Oh, okay, one of them days. Well, you would remember March 17th, so it's not.
It's on Thursday. It's on Thursday.
March 18th then, yeah, because you would know if it's on St. Patrick's Day. St. Patrick's Day is tomorrow, right?
Shit, I don't even know.
I don't know, man. Shit, anyways, man. Love y'all, man. See y'all tomorrow, man. Appreciate you, DB. Love you, man. Yep, all the time. Hey, no more cancer.